Hello everybody, good afternoon, welcome along, good morning, welcome to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Moseby, thank you for joining us. It's Friday, whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah! The weekend is almost here. We are super duper excited, well A, because it's the weekend, B, the weather's still quite nice, although they do promise a few thunderstorms a little bit later on, but we'll forget about that. We're also very excited because we are here for our award-winning craft along. Before we get on into that, let me tell you some other reasons to be excited this Friday. It is Fiver Friday. Yeah. On the website right now, you will find some amazing deals, all priced at, guess what? £5, $5, €5. You can check those out. Some actually, as we found out last time we did a Fiver Friday, a little bit lower than a fiver, but loads of deals for you that you need to get shopping for today because it's Saturday tomorrow and they won't be there on Saturday because it's Fiver Friday. Also, whilst you're on the website, do check out our Summer Sea Sun sale. That is Summer Sea Sun sale, where you can get up to 60% off selected items, and both you and I know that that is the official line. I will tell you very unofficially that if you dig deep enough, actually you don't even have to dig that deep at all, there are deals of up to 70% off and indeed 75% off as well. So do get looking at all of that, fill up your carts, fill up your baskets, and get set for a brilliant day. Now it is time for the craft along, as we said, an award-winning show with an award-nominated expert, one of my absolute faves. He is a legend. He's looking very bright and breezy today. I'm going to say it again because I enjoy saying it. He is Mr. America. He is the Hoddy Scotty. He's the Fusty Gusty from Canusti. It's Craig Laird.
That's got to be my new voicemail, that's for sure.
Yeah. Whenever you like, mate.
Yeah.
You still didn't pay me for the other one.
No, I've not, have I?
No, that was about 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah. You're not paying me for my MIDI either, have you?
Oh dear. All right, touche.
Still got it.
Yeah, still got it, yeah.
Yes, here we go, craft alongs. This is using the timeless border dies, which it was myself that launched, was it 11th of May? 12th of May, close, just a day out. So we're going to do a little bit of a craft along with these ones here. I say a little one, I thought what we'll do is we'll combine two things that you've asked me for a number of times over the past few weeks and months, whereas you want a bit of a craft along where you've got an elegance look to it, but also, and another request, wedding. So I thought, let's do that with these timeless border dies. So what you're going to need are the following items coming up on your screen right now. You're going to need, if you're going to use exactly what I'm going to use and make exactly what I'm going to use, you're going to get,
what?
You can need,
Oh,
I don't know, here we go. You need, thank you Charlotte, you need timeless border dies. Rose Garden's the one I'm going to use. 3D embossing folder, I'm going to use studded leather. Inverted stitch lace square dies. Caring Thoughts, the Laird butterfly. The element die of floral bouquet that originally came with Gemini Mini. You're going to need Sarah's signature Rose Garden traditional rose die in the flower stamens, and any stamp of your choice. Mine's is from our Verse Compendium. You're also going to need your 12x12 neutral paper pad, 12x12 warm tone pad, white flower forming foam, 8x8 card blank, 2mm pearls, could be any size pearls, also your alcohol proof noir ink pad. That's not it, because as I said, we're going elegant, so we need a lot of items. You're going to need your Gemini, so your Gemini Junior will work well for this one. You're going to need your guillotine, hot glue gun, ball tool and mat, 4x4 stamping platform, your stamping mat, poke tool, double-sided tape / tape runner, whichever one you want, 3D foam pads / glue gel, whichever one you want, and your tacky glue / dotted tape runner, whichever one you want. The only thing that's not on there that you will need is a craft iron or a household iron, something to do a little bit of shaping when it comes to your flowers.
amazing. Have you got the finished project over there?
I do indeed.
Can we have a look at it?
No, you cannot.
Oh.
Yeah, of course you can.
I thought you were being serious then for a second.
Here we go. This is it. Now, the one thing we will not have time for, and I already know that, we will not have time to make a box for it.
Right.
So what I would say is 8x8 card, of course, 8x8 in size. So what I would say is get yourself a large piece of cardstock Centura Pearl, and I would cut it to 10 inches by 10 inches, and then score it 1 inch all the way round. Do that for your lid, do it for your base as well, and that is then going to hold your card with that 1 inch in depth. So as I say, that's 10 inches by 10 inches. Score it an inch all the way around for the lid and the base. That's going to hold that one there. I just know we're not going to have time for that, so.
Well, there we go. You can hopefully get all those bits and pieces together. If you haven't yet got them and you want to take part in the craft along, if you haven't yet got the dies, you can pick them up on this show, of course, and the craft along will still be there for you, well, basically forever on Facebook. Best place to probably rewatch it back is on YouTube. But this is the full collection launched on the 12th of May. If you want to go on a two for, you can do 2 for £14, 2 for $18. But the full collection is here, saving 20%. Platinum price is £30.68 or $38.20. You'll get 6 sets in here. So you've got your Ditsy Daisy, which you saw a little bit earlier on. By the way, if you do want more inspiration, do check out Wake Up Call from a little bit earlier on, where Craig was using these on one of his demos. You've got your Rose Garden. That one there is the beautiful flourishing foliage, and then you've got the butterflies, the beautiful butterflies, and the wild flowers as well. So a 6-piece collection with a 20% saving, less your Club Inspire membership. We've got Caitlin on the socials this afternoon. A few of you already saying hello. Hello to Sarah Brownie, says hello everyone from Melbourne, Australia. Hello. I hope you're all doing well. Sending hugs your way. I have some exciting news. I made platinum.
Hey.
Not sure when I did, but checked my account and had to take a few looks before I could get it right in my head. Anyway, yay for me finally. Absolutely yay for you. Carol McDaniel's in from Tennessee, as is Irina, saying good morning. Hello to Lorna Fernandez, says hiya Ben, Craig, social superstar, and all my fellow crafters. Hello from a pollen-coated Maine, says Mary Reno. Do you suffer with hay fever?
I don't know. I am one of very few that doesn't suffer. I know a lot of people that do. Not nice.
Hello everyone from Illinois, says Kathy. Kimberly says good morning everyone from North Carolina. It's in the house. Oh, sorry. I read that wrong. Kimberly says good morning everyone. North Carolina is in the house. And Nikon says happy Friday. Amazing Ben and marvellous Craig, my uber fave duo. Oh, thank you. Hello to all the team at CTV and to all our lovely crafters. Sharing Mr. Sun to you. He is awfully gracious here in New Jersey. They're saying hello from the gallery as well. Johnny and Charlotte are with us today. Charlotte's going, hi. She's going, hi, hi. Johnny just did a hello. That's what you sound like. You just keep going like, hi, hi. So we've got the guys in the gallery. We've also got a wonderful guest with us as well. He's joined me on a few craft-alongs recently, and I know loves to craft along on the show with us. We head the other side of the border to say hello and good afternoon to the lovely Lorna Jane. How are you?
Hello.
How's it going with you?
Yeah, I do get hay fever, so the window's shut today.
Oh, it looks like you've got a bit of sunshine there.
Yeah, it's warm.
Yeah. Sunshine in Scotland, Craig.
What are you trying to say, like?
You
I'm doing, you're missing it.
Oh, you get home, get the sunshine. I know I always ask you this, but you live near Craig, don't you? Well, live near where Craig's from.
I used to live nearer Craig, but now I'm at the other side of the country.
I see. I see.
Mm-hmm. Where did you used to live?
Huh?
Where did you used to live?
I used to live in Glasgow, which is closer to Carnoustie.
Yeah, it is.
And now I live in Walkerburn and next to Peebles in the Borders.
Oh.
The lovely River Tweed outside the back.
That would be nice. I have to say, because where you just said there, the town, I got it no problem at all. Johnny couldn't quite work out where you said you've moved to.
Walkerburn in near Peebles.
Waterburn in Peebles?
There you go, Johnny.
Walker.
Walker. Walkerburn.
Yes.
In Peebles.
Next to Peebles.
Peebles.
Oh, Walkerburn is a place next to Peebles. I understand now. I get it. I've heard of Peebles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did I talk too fast?
Good-o. Well, I'm glad we've got that sorted out. Are you excited about this craft along? Are you ready and raring to go? Have you got everything that you need?
Yeah, of course. I'm going to change it. I'm using daisies. But
go for it.
Yeah, I'm copying Craig, but I'm just doing one wee thing.
Yeah, and that's quite nice, isn't it? Like you said, you do you, isn't it? Really?
Exactly. Yeah. Copy us, replicate exactly what we're doing, what the craft along's all about, but then of course change it. You know, sometimes you don't even need to do the craft along. You just want to craft with us, do whatever you want. You can do it, but yeah, this will be lovely.
I just like the company.
Yeah.
Aww.
That's lovely.
Well, listen, it's going to be a fun hour and 50. If you are ready to go, we will check back with you right throughout the show. And of course, as always, you're in the VIP seats, Lorna Jane. So if you've got any questions, anything you need repeated, just give us a wave, and our guys will see what you're waving about, and then get you and we'll get you on to ask those questions. And as always, if you are crafting along with us, do let us know on the socials. And if you've got any questions, if you want any repeats, you are welcome to ask us. I think we're all good to go. Are you ready over there?
I am raring to go.
Well, let's
ready,
do
raring
it.
to go. Let's do it. Rightio, let's start off simple mats and layers first of all. So bringing in your card blank, whether it is an actual 8x8 card blank or whether you've made it yourself. And what we're going to do is we're going to start off, let's bring in our black cardstock. I'm also going to bring in the red, and I'm also going to go in with the white. So these ones were from the 12x12 pads. Black one, of course, is just from our A4. So what I'm going to do with the black one, you know me by now, we're going to do this at 1/4 inch increments. So our black layer, we're going to cut at 7 3/4 by 7 3/4. What we're then going to do is we're going to then take our red layer, and of course we're going to come down 1/4 inch. So that's going to be 7.5 by 7.5 inches. So let's get that one lined up and cut. So we're going to go in with this one here. And then what we can do is go in with our white layer, and this is going to come down another 1/4 inch to 7.25 by 7.25. So let's get that one lined up. And I chose to go with the 12x12 pads because they've got a little bit of that texture feel, it's sort of a little bit of a linen feel to it, which I think works well with that luxuriousness that you want if you are in fact going to use it as a wedding card. So we've then got our 3 mats and layers. So
Perfect.
black layer was, actually let's go in the opposite direction. White layer was 7.25 by 7.25. Our red layer was 7.5 by 7.5, and our black layer was 7 3/4 by 7 3/4. That then gives us our main mats and layers that are going to go onto our card blank.
Yeah.
So let's set that one to the side for now. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go back in with another bit of black and another bit of red. So let's take these two just now, and in actual fact, let's get the another piece of the white ready to go. So this is now going to be our middle panel. So let's take the black. So this one we're going to cut to 6.25 by 6.25. So let's go in with that one and round with that one. We're then going to go in with our red, which is 6 inches by 6 inches. So let's cut that one, and then let's cut that one here. So that's then going to give us our central panel. So let's just bring this one in. So that's going to sit into the middle here. So if I bring in the finished one, so you can see where we're going. We've got our mats and layers on the outside, and then we've got our red and black on the inner here. Now, what you could have done is you could have cut a white square and then use the timeless border dies on each side by using your large Gemini. However, because a lot of people don't always have a large die cutting machine, what they've got is a smaller one. I thought, let's do this bit in a couple of sections so that you can do this if you've got a midi or a junior.
Okay.
So let's then go in with, we'll take a couple of these bits of white cardstock, the bits that have come off with our additional mats and layers. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut 2 panels. So we're going to cut 2 of them that are 6 inches by 2 inches. So I'm going to check. So we're going to go up to 6 inches and turn it around, and we're going to cut at 2 into there. And then we need our second one that's 2 by 6. So we've got our 2 panels, which are here. And then what we need to do is another panel, which is then going to do our central emboss layer. So So let's take our white card and we're going to cut that one to 6 inches by 2.5 inches. So I can set all that to the side and I'll go over these measurements once again. So I'll set that one, move them to the side, move them to the side. So we've got our main mats and layers, we've got our inner panel, and then we've got 2 of our white strips. So these are 6 inches by 2 inches, 2 of them. And then we've got our central panel here. So this one being 6 inches by 2.5 inches. So that's our main panels. The only 2 bits we need to cut is our mats and layers for this one. And then that's really our mats and layers cut.
Fantastic.
So let's go in with a bit of white and of course a bit of black. So what we need to do is, this being our central one, we need this one to be cut to 6 inches by 2 3/4. So I'll cut it then. What I'll do is I'll explain 2 3/4. What I wanted is, I didn't want it to be a full mat and layer all the way around, Ben. I just wanted the mat and layer on the left and the right, not at the top and the bottom, hence why it's 6 inches. Same goes for the black, 6 inches. However, this one's now going to be 3 inches. So let's cut that one. And then that's our main ones all cut. So if I was to visually layer these ones together, so this is how it's going to look once we start to assemble it. So let's just pretend they're all straight. So that's going to go into there. These are going to be die cut with our timeless border dies. And this is where you're getting that visual aid. So these 2 are going to be these 2. And then this central one is going to be your embossed layer that we can see here.
Perfect.
So I think, will I, just one last time before we take a little break, will I go through the measurements right from the start?
Yeah, do it. I think it's a good way to recap because, as I say, some people get a little bit behind at this point, so it's always good to recap on those measurements.
So let's do that. So we have got, so it's our 8x8 card blank. So our black layer is 7 3/4 by 7 3/4. Our red layer is 7.5 inches by 7.5 inches, and our white layer is 7 1/4 by 7 1/4. Our central panel square, so our black is 6 1/4 by 6 1/4, and then our red is 6 inches by 6 inches. We've then got our 2 side panels, which are going to be used for our timeless border dies. So both of these ones are 6 inches by 2 inches. So I can set them to the side. And then last but by no means least for now, we've got our central panel here. So this is 6 inches by 2.5 inches. Our red layer is 6 inches by 2 3/4. And then our black panel is 6 inches by 3 inches. That gives us our central layer, which when we come back, we can then start to do some of our die cutting, but at least that is our main basis of our layers done.
Brilliant. And I think if you can get all of that done sort of right now, you are a long way to getting a really good finished project here as well. Lots of love coming in for this one. I know a lot of you are crafting along, a lot of you are admiring, a lot of you perhaps watching to try later on. Mary saying, gorgeous, Craig. Nee Connie says, love that shirt, Craig. And as always, your dapper, Ben, you give that shirt the edge it needed.
Oh.
Edgy shirt. Thank you. Ben, I'm going to watch now and craft later, says Crafty Auntie. Of course, you can do that. It will stay there for you on our socials. Evelyn says, so happy to see more of Craig again. We all are as well. We certainly are. And Deborah says, the embossed area is so pretty. I'm working and listening. Let's just show you some other deals whilst we give you all opportunity to get your mats and layers done. This is a great deal, the Mix and Match Sentiment Stamp Selection. This is really good because what you're going to get is a selection of really, really handy sentiments. Stamps, of course, in different styles and different fonts. And then, of course, you can mix and match these up within the different sentiments that you get within the collection. It's normally £90 worth or over $100. You're picking these up today if you're platinum for just £21.58. or $24.41. So as you can see in the good luck there, you've got 6 different styles there for all sorts of different projects. You've got Happy Anniversary, again, done in lots of different fonts, lots of different styles for all sorts of anniversaries. You've then got your special friend. So, you know, you can mix and match these up in the fact that, you know, if you wanted to say good luck, a special friend, you can do. And I love the fact that you've got all of those different fonts to be playing around with. You can mix and match those up within the sets themselves. Thinking of you. You've also got Just For You. And then the last set that you've got is Thank You. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 6 in each, isn't there? So you're getting 36 stamps there across that selection of really, really usable, handy sentiments. Of course, you know, things like Thinking of You, Special Friend, you're going to be using for those Just Because cards. And of course, you've got things like the Happy Anniversary in there as well. Good luck. Really, really useful. Big saving today on that for $21.58 or $24.41. And if you are looking at getting those, by the way, don't forget, we've got some really good deals, which we'll show you later on for Masterclass with our ink pads. We've got an Ink Pad 101 coming your way from 6 o'clock tonight with Craig. All about the different types of ink pads that we do for you here at Crafters Companion. A brilliant opportunity to stock up on those. Stock up on those.
Stock up.
Stock up. But also a brilliant opportunity. What did you just call me, Johnny? Porky Pig, he did. Sorry, I just... No, I'm not. I'm not going to do Porky Pig. He's not in my repertoire. I can't remember how he sounds. Is Porky...
See, I just think of Robin Williams and Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh, what does he do?
He can't because he says a naughty word in it.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Porky Pig was the that's all, folks, wasn't he?
That's it, yeah.
Yeah. What? As Bruce Forsyth, did you say? That's all, folks.
Brilliant.
Johnny, that was your fault. 21.58 or 24.41 is the deal on that one. Right, I think after all that nonsense, we're hopefully all up to speed, all ready to go. By the way, if you're wondering why I keep looking that way, I've got a big screen over there and I can see Lorna Jane, so I'm just watching. I think she's ready. Yes, she's waving. Are you ready? Give me the thumbs up. Yes, she's good to go. So we're ready to move on. Thank you very much. Mr. Laird.
Thank you very much. Right. Let's put our layers together and then we can move on to the die cutting. So I'm going to go in with my tape runners today. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure that I've got my lovely sort of linen effect on the front. So if we go around and add our layers on. So let's do our main ones first of all. So let's go in. This is where you might want to use your tacky glue instead, which is entirely up to yourself. So let's place this one down. We'll work our way round.
You might know off the top of your head, a lot of people commenting about the mix and match stamps I've just shown. Deborah asking, are they new? I don't think they're...
No, they're not new,
are they?
no. I've done for a wee while now.
Yeah. Good price today, though.
Really good price,
saving.
yeah. Really, really good
off.
price.
So no, Deborah, they're not new, but yeah, a good day to grab them because they're such a brilliant price. Love those stamp sets, says Mary. And Rhonda just says, yay, Ben and Craig, Hawaiian shirt Friday. My hubby wears one every single Friday. I remember you saying, Rhonda, I'm sure you sent a picture of all of his shirts a while back. We did say that we were going to make that a thing, didn't we, Craig? I think we've done it by accident today.
We did, didn't we? Yeah. But just because of the weather here.
Yeah.
Been so nice.
I think you've out-Hawaiianed me with that effort over there, though. I do like your shirts. Very, very snazzy.
Yeah, I did. I dropped you a message last night saying, I'm going to wear this shirt today.
Yeah, you're looking at absolute business.
I just want to be really bright and sunshine. And
I just think it takes a special kind of person to pull a shirt like that off, and you certainly
I've not been able to do it.
No, you are able to do it. You look, you look the business mate.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very kind of you. What are you after?
Nothing, I can be nice sometimes. Yeah.
No, you're always nice.
Once in a while. I just read this lovely message as well. It's come through from Karen, who says, Craig, we will be praying for you to get through your surgery and get well as soon as possible. We will certainly miss you more than I can say, but we want you back feeling better than ever. For those who didn't know as well, because that sounds like quite a serious message, you're going to be okay, aren't you?
I will be fine. Yeah, if you did miss Wake Up Call, I'm in here on Crafters TV Wednesday, Thursday next week, and I'm going to take a little break for, unfortunately, for a couple of months. I need to go in and have an operation, so I will be okay. It's a complex operation. Many of you know I have Crohn's disease, and I've been been up and down the last year. It's coming up for a year now. So this is it. This is the last step now. Get an operation, get myself sorted, back to normal. It's more the healing that takes the longest. So my aim, all going well, is to be back for September. We just need to wait and see. But yeah, just if you happen to miss Wake Up Call, I'm going to put it on my Facebook just so that you know if anyone did miss it. But in case you wonder why have it disappeared? Although I know, and please, if anyone asks how I'm doing or that, do let them know. But as I said earlier, I will be on social as well. You ain't getting rid of me.
Yeah, so you can't keep him off.
No.
He'll be there, updating you with what's going on.
I'm relying on you guys to help pass the time when I'm in the hospital and recovering.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not joking when I say that. It's amazing how much it
you
can
remember
help.
last time when you weren't well, back in whenever it was September time last year, the messages of support you got on the cards and the letters.
Incredible.
And I think that really helped you, didn't it? Like the support you got from all of our team. I reckon it got you back to us quicker from all of the viewers sending in pictures and cards and letters.
Absolutely.
So yeah, thank you for all of that.
Absolutely. Yeah, because there was actually a point, because Charlotte in the gallery, she lives not far from me, and there was a point that she was putting them all in my house for me.
Yeah, and I had to come to hospital and deliver you a load.
You came to the hospital, you brought some as well. So yeah, so
Johnny's just saying the food in the hospital was not perhaps up to the usual standard you used to.
That got me out of the hospital a lot quicker, yeah. That certainly got me, yeah.
I'll have to sneak you in some food parcels. We'll have to take in food parcels this year, won't we?
Well, that's the thing, is, you certainly nowadays anyway, because obviously I've spent a lot of time in hospitals over the last 30 years or so. Beforehand, you weren't allowed to bring any other food in. No. You weren't allowed mobiles or anything like that. Nowadays, it's all changed. People are bringing in food parcels and packages and takeaways if they can eat. Obviously, you're allowed your phone and iPads and everything like that.
He'll be wheeling his craft desk in.
Well, you say that. I did start packing bits and pieces, and I've got some of my Spectrum Noir colouring kits at the side there, and some little bits and pieces I've got collections sitting ready at the side for me to start crafting once I get home and I'm feeling up to it. So I'm preparing myself.
So expect you'll want your Gemini Mini back, won't you?
No, you're okay. You're fine. I've got enough of them.
make sure you get some bits and pieces from Sandra as well before you go. Sanntangle.
Yeah, well, funny enough, when Sandra first started coming here, I bought her little starter collection, which I've never got round to properly having a sit and play with because it's been busy here on Crafters TV. So that is my plan as well, to take that. It's going out. When you always try and think of a positive, and that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to think of these things that I can do to help pass the time. And it'll be about a couple of weeks. I'll be kind of out of action completely, and then the remaining of the time is going to be about having a play. That's my thinking of it anyway.
Yeah. Still lots of lovely messages coming through. Wishing you well in your operation and recovery, says Jill. Craig, praying for your path to good health and wellness, says Nick Connie. And Bethan says, sending love, Craig. Hope all goes well. You will be missed. But we'll appreciate him all the more when he's back, won't we?
When that cheek comes back. Yeah, Craig's back. No, well, because, I know it's sometimes it can be cliched that, but, with this, and I hate saying this is my job, even though it is, but it doesn't feel like it. Because you're all, here, you guys at home, you are literally part of our lives. You know what I mean? So to not be here for a considerable period of time, it will be strange. Yeah. But I'm already looking forward to getting back. That's the aim. September.
That's it.
Fingers crossed. Right, so what I'd done there, Ben, was I took those two panels that were cut to 6 by 2.5, and I've used our rose die for this one. So I used Rose Garden, and all that I done is I popped my die up at the side and ran it through. So I've still got this space here for myself to attach onto my embossed layer. So that's our 2 done here. And then what I'm going to do is let's go in with our central panel here. So within this one here, that was the one that was cut to, that one was 6 by 2 inches. 2.5 inches, sorry, that one there. And we're going to go in with our embossing folder. So if we go in with this one. So the one that I've used was an older one of ours, studded leather, but we have had a few over recent, maybe about a year or so, that's got sort of that same studded leather effect. So I'm going to do, I'm just making sure I've got it on the right side, so to speak. I'm going to pop it in. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to try and centralise it in the middle. Do it this way so maybe you can see, because I want it to be as symmetrical as I can on the left and the right. So if I line that up, so the right hand side I've got in parallel with these studs on this side, and then the left hand side I've also got them parallel to the studs on this side. So it's more of a parallel effect, so to speak. So let's get that one in. And this one that I'm using is a 3D embossing folder. So let's do our base cutting plate, and then let's do our magnetic and our top plate. I went for a mind blank there. Yes, it is that 3D embossing folder. We'll soon find out. Yeah, that's fine. You know, when you have a mind blank, just thought, is that the sandwich combination for a 3D folder? But it is. There we go. So let's take this one out, and we've got this beautiful studded leather emboss.
Ooh, wow.
Which is going to be our centre panel. So I think what we could do is we'll put this bit together and then maybe another little break.
Love it,
once we've done this bit.
Yeah.
So now that we've embossed it, let's layer these ones on top. So we're going to go all the way around, and we're going to layer this one onto our red. So get that into position. Keeping in mind you're not going to have a mat and a layer at the top and the bottom, only at the left and the right hand side.
Yeah.
So let's press that one on, and then let's turn that one around. We can layer this one onto our black layer that we can see here. So popping that one on, pressing that one into place. And then what I like to do is let's add a bit of tape at each side, just for now. And now I'm going to come back in, and then I'm going to layer my rose up to the left-hand side.
Yeah.
The reason I like to do it this way, Ben, is because cardstock, it can stretch and it can bend. So in actual fact, let's see, actually the one I've got, can you see how it's got a little bit of a curve to it?
Yeah, yeah, you can.
Got a little bit of a curve. So that sometimes when you're die cutting or you're embossing, it stretches the fibres of your cardstock and it can stretch the design.
Yeah.
So all that I'm wanting to do is just making sure the ends of my die cuts are parallel to my left-hand side, and then I'm going to set that one on into place there. So I've got that where I need it, and then I'm going to do the same onto that side. To make it easier for myself, let's flip it around. If you ever find it difficult to stick layers on from a certain angle or a certain direction, very much like scoring on your scoreboard on the box base, if you have difficulty, flip it around. Flip it around, make it a lot easier for yourself. And now I'm going to layer that one up, making sure the edges are there, which they are. So I've now got my central panel, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my tape only into the mid layer. What I don't want is any adhesive on my rose at each side, because I want that to be quite free-flowing, Ben. So let's go in. Alternatively, you could use your dotty tape runner if you want, but let's position that one into place. I'm going to press that in.
Looking great already, Craig.
And then...
Colour choice is brilliant.
Thank you. I like the white, red and the black.
Yeah, I do.
Just lifting it slightly with my finger so it's that little bit more of a rustic look. And then I think we can pause at that bit there for anyone that needs to catch up.
There you go. Going great guns so far. Hopefully you keep it up. If you've got any questions you want to throw away, feel free to do that. Anything that you want to ask, anything that you need repeated. Let's see how we're getting on in Lorna Jane's craft room. Are you? So you're not using exactly the same dye, Lorna Jane? You said. Are you using the same colours as Craig, or have you sort of changed that up as well? Oh, look at that!
Beautiful.
So you've gone for, what's that, white? Green.
One of these days I'll do this one.
Oh, I love it. It's nice, isn't it, though, to be able to take
Because I'm doing daisies, I thought the green would look nicer. So I was a wee bit held up because some of my dye did, I took it out so I could put it back in.
Love
but
it.
We're getting there.
Yeah, absolutely. What dye did you say you've used from the collection?
Yeah, I used the daisy, I'll show you.
Is that your favourite in the set?
The sun keeps on hitting it when I turn it around.
Towards you a bit, towards you. There we go, perfect. Is that your favourite one within the set?
I'm not sure yet. I haven't had a play with all of them, so I just thought, I've been doing a lot of things with roses recently, and I thought, well, it's summer, I want to do daisies.
That's it. Good for you. As I say, I love the fact that you're kind of following the craft along, but you're doing your own style, using your own colours, using the different dyes within the set. So that's exactly what it's all about. Well, good news that you're up to speed. This is going great guns so far. As I say, we'll quickly show you the deal once again if you just want to jump in and grab this. And this is the great thing about us here at Crafters Companion, Crafters TV, very much blowing our own trumpet here, is that we give you all of the inspiration that you need. You know, I think crafting potentially could be a very difficult thing to do if you're going into a store and you're just picking stuff off a shelf that maybe you like the look of, and then when you get it home you kind of have no idea where to start with it. When you shop with us, of course, you have got masterclasses, you've got craft-alongs, you've got shows with all of our experts who'll put their sort of take on different products, they'll put a different twist on things for you, so you've always got plenty of shows to go back on, and shows like our award-winning craft-along, where you'll get bespoke, like 2-hour projects that you can do with all of the different products that we bring to you. So I think, you know, for £30 today, $38, to get all of the dyes that you're receiving here, that is an amazing price. However, when you factor in that you've got all of the content that you would want, all of the demonstrations that you can copy, the craft-alongs as well, the masterclasses, you know, that you can go back and watch, I just think this is a really, really great way for you to be able to get crafting with these. And you've got a lovely selection of designs here as well. And you know, like Craig was touching on earlier on, as we look at that Ditsy Daisy, the Dancing Dragonflies, they're called timeless because these are just never going to go out of fashion. You think about some of the most popular things that you use within craft. You know, we've seen florals there, daisies, dragonflies, roses, always going to be hugely, hugely popular. You know, the foliage here again, always popular within your card making, the butterflies. One of the very first things I learned when I joined this crazy world of craft, how useful butterflies are, and then finding this collection, you've got that wonderful display of wildflowers as well. If you don't want to grab them all today, maybe you just decide you want to, you know, copy this craft along and you want to go on a two for £14 or 2 for $18 if you want to do it that way, or individually you can buy them, of course, on their own as well. I think we are all good to go. Lots of people appreciating Lorna Jane's take. Mary Rena just saying, so lovely, Lorna Jane. Crafty Angie says, Ben and Craig, I love watching you two interact. So, Craig, I will miss you. I'm going to miss him as well. I'm going to miss him. May your surgery be successful and your recovery speedy, and then you can come back to us.
Absolutely.
You better come back quick.
Oh, I'll be back.
Because I'm going to, you know, I have no one to play with, am I? You know?
Well, that's true.
No one to muck about with. Who's going to slap me with tortilla wraps when you're not here?
That's the thing, yeah. No, I'll be back, don't you worry. I ain't going anywhere.
Back. And Nick Connie says, I'm loving the finesse of the rose edges with the studded leather there, Craig. I think this design can be tweaked to be made masculine. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You can tweak it whichever way you want.
Absolutely.
Bit of tweakage. Right, let's go on to the next step.
Rightio, let's go for it. What we can do now is let's start to do some die cutting of the embellishments. So we'll do the butterflies, and then that way what we can do is shortly when we come back and have a bit more of a longer break. When we come back from that, we can then focus on all the flower forming. So I'm going to go in with our dies here. So I'm going to use our inverted stitch lace die here. And I'm going to use the middle one. So I'm going to use the middle scallop, and I'm also going to use the outer die as well. So I'm going to go in with a couple of bits of the cardstock that I've got left over from our 12 by 12. And I'm going to go in. So for this one here, I need to cut the full lot out. So I'm using both dies together. So let's go in with this one. So let's layer these ones up as straight as can be. So I'm going to pop that one on there and then that one on there. And then let's go in with our Laird butterflies. Now with these ones here from Karen Thoughts, I only want the top butterfly, sort of the skeleton leaf butterfly. That's the only one that I want. So what I can then do is pop that one on. Then if I go into the floral bouquet, so this is the Gemini Mini die set. Came out with the original Gemini Mini. This is the one that both myself and Debbie Robinson absolutely adore. We always have this one in our craft box, in our craft bag. We've got a couple each because we use it quite a lot, predominantly the actual flowers and the tiny butterflies. So what we can do is let's run this one through. So that square frame, all we need is one of them. We do need a back panel as well, but we just need one of them, and then the two butterflies, we need 3 of each. So, well, of course done one, we just need to do another 2. I'll still just use the Gemini Junior, but for speed, you could, if you want to, start to use your Gemini Mini if you want. So let's take this one out. So we've got our scalloped frame, you can see here. Let's go in with these ones here. And then what you could even do, if you wanted to adjust the sizes slightly, once you get your framed nesting dies that launched yesterday, you could start to incorporate them if you wanted to. That would be a nice way to use them. So there's our 2 butterflies, so one of our large, one of our small. So let's go in, and then let's take, I'll just use this same bit for now. And then what I do also need, I need another white layer, and that's going to be a solid white square that I'm going to layer this one onto. So I can either cut it again with just this outside square, or what I tend to do, Ben, is I'll stick this onto white card and just cut around it with my scissors. So whatever way is easiest for you, that's entirely up to yourself. So I can set that one to the side for now, and then what I can then do is let's go into my little bits that I've got left over here, and then we can cut another butterfly if it fits, which it does, and then we can also cut another small butterfly as well. So what I'll do is if I pop them to the top, because I'll do the pause in reverse to save it going all the way through. And then once we've done this one, we just need to do that one more time. So we've got our 3 skeleton butterflies and then our 3 mini butterflies as well. And then we can then do a little bit of stamping.
Good stuff. Faith saying, good luck, Craig. We will miss you. See you in September. And Rose says, Ben, I bet you're happy working with Craig because there is no bra that you have to worry about.
Nope.
That's what you think. That's what you all think.
Shh.
Oh.
Don't tell them. Shh. Telling their secrets.
I still haven't told Laura about that.
Have you not? She's going to see it in the UK newspapers.
Huh?
She's going to see it in the UK newspapers.
Yeah, I know. It just feels like a bit of a weird one to approach now because I didn't really mention it
playing
last
another
night.
woman's bra.
I'm in the newspaper today. Are you? Why? Oh, cause Sarah wants me to take her bra off. All right.
That's some conversation to have, eh?
Huh?
That's some conversation to have, isn't it?
Yeah. I might just try and forget about it. That's going to follow me around everywhere I go now, isn't it? They're Googling me now. Good work.
Have you ever done that before, Googled your own name?
No, but my daughter does it all the time.
Does she?
Yeah. There's lots of random bits about me online.
Really?
No, I mean, not random bits, as in like, oh, whoa, hello. just loads of, yeah, you see all my, like, my radio stuff comes up and like YouTube videos and stuff. I used to work at another channel years and years ago where randomly people would just record like random bits of you selling various things and stick them on YouTube, and I never really understood that. So there's loads of those sort of videos floating around of me selling perfume or jewellery or stuff. So, yeah, I just never really understood why people would do that. But you know, whatever people fancy.
Is that something where the price gets lower?
Say again?
Is that something like the channels where the price gets lower?
Exactly, yeah.
One of those.
Where you have a price and then it would drop down.
Yeah.
What's that, Charlotte?
So I'm going to do now is on the back of this one, I'm going to go in with my tacky glue, and then I'm going to pop that onto another piece of our white cardstock from our 12 by 12, and then all that I'm going to do is cut around that with my scissors.
So they're just looking at stuff online now, and apparently it does come up when you Google my name. Ben Shepherd comes up.
Ben Shepherd?
Yep. Yeah, one that I look a bit like, apparently. I don't really see it. Huh?
No, no, he doesn't, Charlotte. He looks nothing like Ben Shepherd.
No, I don't think so.
No.
A lot of people say it.
And trust me, I watch Good Morning Britain in the morning. You don't look like him.
Thank you. No. What comes up when you Google Craig?
I think my health comes up because I've done magazine articles.
Did that ever happen? I never saw that. You did a thing for the.
For you guys doing
did that ever go
November?
in the magazine?
No, never heard of anything back. No, no, never heard anything.
Because the magazine was interested in that, weren't they? Oh, there's lots of stuff coming up about Craig. Oh, lots of different Craig Lairds.
Lots of different Craig Lairds, is there?
Is that quite a popular name in Scotland, is it, Laird?
Laird? What's his stepdad's name? I don't think there's a lot of Lairds.
I suppose Craig's a good Scottish name, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if there's a lot of Lairds.
Peg says, I'm just joining. Are you selling bras today?
That's definitely not me. Can I just say that is definitely not me.
Tell her what Johnny just said.
Craig Laird gets done for shoplifting in Scotland.
That's not our Craig.
Definitely not me. On two separate occasions.
You're a repeat offender.
No, definitely not me.
Gilmore says, Ben's still blushing. Ben still red, says Rhonda. And EB says, I don't know how I'm going to make it without a dose of Craig for that long, but knowing that you will feel better is what is important. Prayers for a speedy recovery. And
actually, what I can say is that's what I was meaning the other day, without actually saying it. When I did say over the coming, couple of months or so, I'll be doing more Facebook Lives. That's because when I'm home recovering and I'm past that recovery stage, but I still can't come back to work, I'm going to do more Facebook Lives from home. So I'm not disappearing completely.
What do you mean, actual projects?
Yes.
Right, okay.
Yeah, be doing that one. Need something to pass the time. Right, let's do one last step before we take a little bit of a break. So just to show you there, I've gone over white on white, which we can see here, and then I've done my 3 butterflies. So I've got my 3 skeleton and my 3 tiny ones. So now what I'm going to go over to is our white multi-purpose cardstock. So I'm going to cut this one here. What I want is a little strip. So I'm going to cut it to 4 by 1 1/4. So I'm going to go to 1 1/4, and I'm going to turn it around and cut it to 4. And then what I can then do is go in with another piece of the red. This is then going to be a matting layer. So what I'm going to do is let's do 4 1/4 by 1 1/2. So once again, that was 4 inches by 1 1/4. Then this one was 4 1/4 by 1 1/2. So that's going to give me my matting layer. And then let's go in with our stamping platform and also our stamping mat. So what I'm going to do with this one is let's go on to our stamping mat. I'm going to go in with my stamp. So this one here, this is the one that I've used from our verse compendium.
Yeah.
And this one says, wishing you all the very best. So we can go onto our stamping platform, and then I'm going to go in with my alcohol proof. So let's stamp this one.
We're talking all about these ink pads later on as well.
We are indeed.
The 101.
Absolutely.
Get me questions ready.
So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come a little bit to the left-hand side here, because what I will do in a moment, Ben, is cut a little V in the side.
Uh-huh.
So if I come along, so you'll see more visually once I lift this one. I'm going to stamp. So press that one into place, and then remove it out the way. So we've got wishing you all the very best. And can you see how I'm further along to the left-hand side? Maybe you left maybe about half an inch, and I've got a little bit more of space to the right-hand side. That means what I can then do is come along, let's get my little scissors. So if you can measure this bit if you want, it's up to yourself, but I'm going to find the halfway point, so I'm just doing it roughly, and then I'm going to cut down. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from the corner to the tip, and then the corner to the tip, and then that's going to give me my little V. And then we can then add our tape onto this one. Let's come back, and now this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this right up to the left-hand side.
Yeah.
And that is because I need a little bit of excess space for me to do the same. So I'm going to go from the corner down, and then from the corner down, and then that is our sentiment. So we'll have our sentiment.
Yeah.
So we'll be coming back shortly. That can go into there, that can go into there, and then when we come back we can start to do our flowers.
I feel like we're like a massive way through this already, aren't we?
Quite a bit, yeah. See, a lot of it to start with is simple mats and layers and die cutting. So all we need to do is the flowers, and these are quite simple to do as well. There's no shaping to them, there's no distressing to them. It's letting that hot surface do the shaping for you, but you can see how that starts to come together.
Lovely. Well, a really good opportunity to take a bit of a break and give you opportunity to catch up. We'll take a short break here, so if you have got anything in your baskets, get those checked out. Particularly important if you are still looking and shopping around the Sanntangle goodies. We're going to be seeing Sandra in just over an hour's time, or whenever we finish our craft along. If you've got any of those brand new goodies in your basket, you do need to get them checked out pretty quickly, because I know they have been selling very, very fast indeed. But whilst you do all that, we will take a short break, and we'll come back with the next part of our craft along in about 3 minutes' time.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafty must-haves in a flash.
Make light work of intricate and delicate die-cutting designs with the Pokey Tool from Crafter's Companion. An absolute essential part of any paper crafter's kit, its precise tip has been designed to release the tiniest pieces to reveal your finished results with absolute precision. And to make sure your finished project is perfect, Each pokey tool has a rubber tip protector, so there's no risk of damaging your die cutting design or yourself. The Crafter's Companion Pokey Tool is such an essential craft item, we've included 2 in each set.
Quick Buy. Get yours now. Quick Buy. All your crafty must-haves in a flash.
Achieve crisp, precise, and perfect die cutting results every time with the Gemini Accessories Plastic Shim. The idea behind the plastic shim is that it creates a thicker plate combination, offering an even more precise die cutting result with each pass. Simply pop a plastic shim between your cutting plates and then roll through your Gemini die cutting machine and voila! An amazing precise cut every time. Plastic shims work really well with detailed or thin metal dies. So if intricate cutting is your thing, then the Gemini Accessories Plastic Shim is your best friend.
Quick Buy. Get yours now. Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
Welcome back to Crafters TV. We're halfway through our craft along, can you believe? Just to say as well, if you have just joined us today, it's Fiver Friday on the website, so loads of great deals there. Make sure you snap them up today though, because they will not be there tomorrow, but plenty of items on there, an unbelievable price, so do have a fish around there. And also check out our Summer Sea Sun sale as well, up to 60% off. That's the official line. Unofficially, there are deals on the website up to 75% off, so do get shopping, do have a look around, fill up those baskets and take advantage of those deals. And also just to let you know, within the next hour, we'll also be catching up with the lovely Sandra from Sanntangle. Brand new goodies that we've got on the show for you today. I'm already talking about 40%, 50%. I think one of the items is pretty much close to selling out. We are going to have items over the course of the next hour disappearing off your screen. So if you have anything in mind that you want to buy from the Sanntangle selection that we've got for you today, get it in your baskets now, and that's the great thing, you see. You can know that you've safely got your items coming to you, and you can sit back and watch all of the demos that Sandra's going to bring to us within the next hour. We're going to have sellouts, I can guarantee it. We're all looking pretty good, I think, on the craft along front. I've had no questions come through, nobody needing any repeats, which is all good. So I think we are pretty much able to get going. So if you're ready to proceed,
let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's go for it. Right, so let's go back to our card. And before we move on to the next bit with the flower forming, let's get our gems or pearls out, whichever ones you're wanting to use. So I'm just going to keep it white, and I'm going in with my white pearls. Let's go in with my tacky glue. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into place with this one for now, because I don't want to go and put gems in the middle when you're not going to see them. So what I'm going to do is, where we've got the studs, I'm going to put a little bit of our tacky glue in each one. This is then going to ensure that our gems, or our pearls, are going to stay in place. So let's go in and, using your pokey tool or your tweezers, let's add our pearls on. So in actual fact, I can remove that one out the way for now, because I know where I'm going to put my little petals on. And, you know, this is optional. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. It's a nice little effect. Certainly if you're wanting to go for that luxury look, it's definitely worthwhile doing this. So let's pick these ones up. And with our tacky glue, because it dries clear, it's on the white card anyway, so you're not going to see it, but at least it does dry clear. So let's pop these ones on. So let's add that into here. If anything, out of the whole lot, this is probably the only little time-consuming bit.
Yeah.
Is adding these ones on.
Worth doing though, isn't it?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, it adds that extra bit of class to it.
Absolutely recommend, when it comes to anything wedding or anniversary themed cards, I would recommend spending that little bit of time in either gems or petals. Work an absolute treat. So once again, I'm just putting little blobs on. These are Dawn Bibbies. Still working on it.
Why are you using them then?
Try and... Sorry?
Why are you using them then if they're Dawns?
Funny. Funny, not funny. Yeah, so I believe she's still working on trying to get them here.
Yeah.
So I'm just popping these ones into place. But you know, it's a bit like, for me, it's a bit like cardstock. If you're a crafter and you don't have gems or petals, it's kind of like, I would find it hard to believe, unless you're an absolute beginner crafter, I would find it hard to believe that you've not got some gems or petals in some form. Because if you think back to our craft boxes or our compendium boxes or our year of crafts, anything like that where we've had packs of gems or petals in place, start to use them up. So popping these ones on. So let's go into these ones. Ben?
Yeah.
What's that noise?
We've got to have the doors open here because it's so blooming hot. But John, if you can hear that, let me know if you can. I'm sure you must be able to. John and Liam are doing some work on the gallery too, which is sort of further along the corridor. So we've got the doors open, but they're obviously drilling and screwing in there. No. They're doing some DIY in there. So that's the noise that you can hear. But there it is, listen. So, they are. So obviously we have to leave the doors open because we're going to get really hot. So anyway, that's what the noise is. Sorry.
That's okay.
That's what it is. But you don't mind. It's only a little bit of background noise.
It's only a little bit.
You know, we're all friends here.
And hey, it's John. Everyone loves John.
Hey.
It's John. Everyone loves John.
Yes, John. You saw him yesterday. He showed us on there. He had some rainbow socks on yesterday.
Did he?
Yeah, and he came in and showed us his socks. Got his leg up right on the counter. Like that. Sarah Branson says, I've now got my hot chocolate sitting here in bed enjoying the show, and Craig's card is looking beautiful. It certainly is.
Thank you.
Mary Rena says, I have a bridal shower, wedding, 4 birthdays and 1 anniversary card to make. So this kind of style, weddings, anniversaries, perfect, I think.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, you could change the look or the style if you wanted to suit other occasions.
Yeah.
But no, you can, works well for anniversaries or weddings. So I have popped my petals on that one, so we can attach that just shortly. What I've done is just started to carry on with this section here. So similar to what I've done here, I'm just using this sentiment because that's where it's going to go. So I don't want to put petals all the way around because you're not going to see them. So what I'm doing at the end of each scallop, I am putting a few little dots. I'm not going to go to the left-hand side with any petals because our flower foreman's going to cover it.
Yeah.
So there's no point, we're not going to see it, so it's just wasting petals. Best thing to do is have a look at the size of your sentiment or your mats and layers. Have a look to see what you're going to cover up. And if there's certain areas you're going to cover up, then don't worry about putting embellishments on top. Otherwise, you're just going to waste them. So let's go in. Oh dear. I'll be shocked if you can't hear that at home.
That's a nail gun, isn't it?
I think it's a hammer. I think they're whacking something.
So I can have a look.
Yeah. Your mic will still be live, won't it?
Yeah.
So you could.
He's
just about to have a look. So now that I have popped the petals into the centre panel, our petals into the square, what I'm going to do is a couple of larger ones. I know the step-by-step said 2 millimetres. These smaller ones are 2 millimetre. These 4 corners are slightly larger. So
it was a hammer.
It was. I thought it was a hammer. I did think so.
Yep.
So I put my 4 slightly larger ones in the corner. What I've then done is got our square, I've got our sentiment. So let's go in with our foam pads.
Yep.
And I'm going to add these ones on with my foam pads here, creating height. So if I add these ones on to there and then there, and then same with my sentiment. Let's add height once again. I'm going to add 3. So let's come in. We can take these ones off.
Tony says, yes, we can hear, wanna see. I can't help you on that front. Sorry about that, but we may take some pictures later on, potentially.
Let's see what they're up to.
Yeah. You're sort of good with the old DIY, aren't you?
I'm good at a bit of DIY, yeah.
Yeah.
I was doing a little bit of DIY yesterday.
What were you doing?
Well, again, getting ahead of having a little bit of time off, I wanted to finish getting the garden. Although my garden's finished, I just wanted to
pretty nice
fill it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So what I've done is I've got lights, like worm lights all the way around.
What lights?
Worm lights.
What light?
Worm lights.
Worm?
Worm lights.
Warm?
Worm. As in like worm.
Scotty T. Hottie?
Worm. Worm lights.
Worm lights.
Worm lights.
Worm. I don't even know what they are.
They're just tiny, like Christmas tree lights.
Oh.
Smaller than fairy. No, they're smaller than fairy lights, Charlotte.
Oh, do you mean like the little
little tiny, yeah, like
little tiny LEDs?
Yeah.
On like a strip.
Yeah.
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 I didn't know they were called worm lights.
So I have them round my garden, and then what I done, I thought it'd be good because I had another set. So the steps up into my decking. What I done is it was my old washing line poles that I never use. So I put them at the side, one at each side of the stairs of my decking, and then I took the other set of lights and then I trailed them up above. So I've got flashing lights all the way around. So I went to B&Q yesterday, DIY store here in the UK, and got some wood and done it properly. So yeah, it's getting there.
Gilmore's just sent a question saying wiggly worm. Wiggly worm, yeah. Wiggly worm.
Wiggly worm, yeah.
A swirly worm.
Worm
Busy
lights.
Lizzie says, worm lights, do they wriggle?
Worm light. It's on the packaging. So many of them are called worm lights.
I'm going to look. What, it's written on the packaging, worm lights?
Well, depending on what store you buy them out of, some of them are just called worm lights.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
I'll have a look next time when we eventually get a chance to do our garden up, I'm going to buy some
Worm lights.
tribute to you.
Yeah, you should do.
I will. You worry about that.
So there is pretty much the basis of our card all done and complete.
Amazing.
All we need to do is go in and create some of our flowers. So I've gone in with our white flower forming foam. This came with the original spring set, or the original flower forming, and I folded it up into 4, because our die cutting will then die cut, no problem at all. So what I've done, I'm not using the largest flower die. So this is from Rose Garden. I'm not using the largest one. I'm going in with the next size down, the next size down, and then I'm going in with the smallest one. And then we can feed this one through our Gemini. So let's feed that one through. That's going to cut all these layers, no problem at all. It would cut more than that, no problem at all. So this one's going to come out. Only thing to keep in mind is the more layers you cut, the more compact it can be and squash together. So you will just need to spend a moment or two separating them. But let's take these ones. So these are medium ones. Price them apart. So take these ones there. Let's go in with our next ones. Into there and in there.
Gilmore just said.
What's Gilmore just said? Because I don't have the comments at the side of me today. I usually do, but I don't today.
This is making me laugh so much. Caitlin's just said, what the heck are worm lights? That's what Caitlin just
Go and Google it. go and Google it. I tell you, it's
Gilmore. Charlotte's just Googled it. And nothing came up, and Gilmore just sent a message. This has really tickled me. I can't not read it because it's sounding like in your head that your voice, the wiggly worm.
yeah. There we go.
What?
Worm lights. I've just put in worm lights.
Okay.
See, that's something. Worm lights. See, Google them. And you hadn't gone crazy. Oh, he's gone. It's completely, he has absolutely, completely gone. I can't even help you excited.
The problem is Caitlin's just messaging me. She's just going, worm lights? Lights for worms? And then she's just putting warm. Worm. Worm lights.
Worm lights.
I'm trying to. Peg! Please stop here. Peg says, Peg Conrad just put warm on worm. 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 Not warm. Although they probably do get warm eventually.
Yeah, they will do.
Gilmore.
Oh dear.
What's just messaged? I can't do it. I can't do it. The wiggly worm on a twirly swirly pearl. Can you say that?
What's that?
The wiggly worm on a twirly swirly pearl.
Wiggly worm on a twirly swirly pearl. The things I get asked to say. Things I get asked to say. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I love him.
Oh dear. I'll just send you voice notes of me saying different things.
Yeah.
Different words.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh dear. You all right?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. That got you good there, didn't it?
It did.
That did get you good.
It did. It did. No one can still believe it. It's a genuine thing. Evelyn says it must be a Scottish thing. Christy says, I bet if we Google it here in the US, we get worms that glow for fishing. Yeah, worm lights are a Scottish thing.
That's probably why they're called that.
Yeah. What, because they glow?
Because they glow. They glow at the end. I'm just going to carry on with the flowers.
Let's just move on. Yeah.
So that keeping in mind I didn't use the largest flower die. So the next size down, what I've done is I've cut 4 of them, and then the next size down, I've cut 8 of them. So I've got 4 in one pile, 4 in the other. And then when it comes to the smaller one, also 8. So I've got 4 in one pile, 4 in one pile. So that's what's then going to go into the card and create that curvature. So I'm just doing it so visually that you'll be able to see. This is where the curvature comes into play. So let's move them out the way. This is where I was saying I'm not doing any shaping or distressing to these ones. All that I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my sponge mat. I've got my craft tool, craft iron. It could be a travel iron, it could be a home iron, whichever one that you have. And then what I'm going to do is let's go in with our ball tool. I'm going to go in with the smaller one. That really tickled you, didn't it? Really tickled you. Or is that another one? Nope.
This is the whole conversation.
The what?
This is the whole conversation. This is so
Oh,
random.
the whole conversation random, yeah.
And then Gilmore's message. I can't stop. I just can't stop laughing about it. No, what's wrong with me? Oh dear. No. Who's asked that question?
Because even now,
Sylvia says, do you say film or film?
so I would say I'm going to watch a film.
Film.
Film. And watch a film.
That's what they say up here as well, isn't it? Film.
Film.
Yeah. Oh dear. Clarice says, thank you for the Friday chuckles, guys. Oh, Gilmore says, I can't breathe, Ben. Tears are rolling down my face.
Tears are rolling down your face.
I know.
So there's my 4 of the largest ones I've done. So all that I've done is pop them on my heat tool, gone onto my sponge mat and just pressed down. So this is what I was saying, no distressing, no inking, no nothing whatsoever. So there is our first 4. And then let's go in with our next ones. So the next size down, so I'm going to go in and then we're just pressing so we can heat these ones up. Once again, transfer it over. And then I'm just going to press. So although I'm letting it do its own natural shape, I am giving it a bit of a helping hand.
Yeah.
So we're going to go in. You know, if you want to use your tweezers, then you can do. I tend to just go between the ball tool and also my pokey tool. So heat tool, let it heat up, and then going into sponge mat and just pressing down. So we're enhancing that shape for it to cool down, and then it's going to stay in shape. So let's move that one on, and press that one in, and we're just going to carry on doing the same with all of them.
I'm back, everybody. Gilmore says, ladies and gents, we have lost Ben. Is it getting warm again today? No, I'm back. I'm all good. I'm back
All
to my
good.
ever professional self. Serious and ready and raring to go. Dotty tape, naughty, are cute when he says them, says Peg.
Dotty tape.
Dotty tape, naughty. What does that mean? Dotty tape, naughty, are cute when he says them. Oh, dotty tape and naughty. Peg likes the way you say dotty tape and naughty.
Dotty tape and naughty.
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 Wheelie bin. My trash can.
Trash can.
My wheelie bin.
Kathy Crafter says Ben is making more noise wafting himself than the DIY boys refitting the gallery. Jill says, hi Alison, expect some laughs today from Ben and not just about Bragate. I'm still not told my wife about that. And Gilmore says, it could make a good scary film, Ben, The Wiggly Worm.
The wiggly worm.
Have you seen, sorry, I did mean to ask you, because you're the horror film aficionado over there, just whilst you're making the flowers. A new one popped up on my socials the other day called The Black Phone.
Black.
It's got Ethan Hawke in it. Looks a bit scary.
No, I've not.
No. Oh, is it in cinemas? Oh, I thought it was on Netflix. Oh, I'll wait till that arrives then.
No, I've.
And I saw that. Did Debbie Fisher tell you about the follow-up to The Shining?
The Shining. Yeah, I've still not watched that yet.
That is Dr. Sleep. Yeah.
Dr. Sleep.
That is worth a watch.
See, all these things at the moment, I'm going, oh, I'm going to watch that, and then I think, actually, I'm going to save it when I'm in the hospital.
Oh yeah.
So I've got all these things that I want to watch, and then I keep thinking, oh no, I'm going to save that. I'm going to save that.
Oh yeah, because in hospital now, like you're better off taking in your iPad or something, aren't you, and watching because the TV is about 15 quid a day or something, isn't it?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's just here in England. Certainly the hospital that I used to go to back home, Nine Wells in Dundee, they didn't have like a TV service thing. So when I came here and seen obviously that the hospitals here do, I know it's like 15 quid a day. Whereas I just use my Sky subscription and watch it on my iPad.
Yeah.
Same with the streaming sites. So yeah, it's better off doing it that way.
That is it.
But yeah, all these different things. There's a new one starting today on Netflix. It's a comedy with Mr. Bean. Well,
the bee thing.
It's not
Man
Mr. Bean,
versus
but
Bee.
it's Rowan Atkinson, yeah.
Is it out?
It's out today.
Ah, I think they're shorts, aren't they? I think they're shorts, like 5-minute episodes, I think they are.
Is that what it is?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, but I shall tune into that. I like a bit of Rowan Atkinson. How many flowers are you making, by the way, Lorna James just asked?
In total, what we're going to do is we're going to then be creating 5 flowers. So we've got our larger one, we've got our 2 medium ones, and then we've got our 2 smaller ones. So that's going to give us our 5 flowers in total. So that is us got these ones here. So let's set them ones to the side in each little pile. And now we can come in with our sponge mat. Let's come in with our pokey tool, and I'm going to go in with my stamens. I've got my hot glue gun all good to go. And what I have managed to find is some wire. So we can then pop them through. So I'm going for the deeper red ones here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to take 4 of them. So if I go in with 4, because you bend them over, twist them over, so really what you're getting is 8 in the centre of a flower, because as I say, we're twisting them over. So let's bend that back on itself, and then we're going to twist with these ones. So twist, twist, twist. This is then going to enable us to pop through the centre of our flower. So let's go into this one here. So let's do our first flower to start with. So I'm just trimming that one. So let's go in with the largest one. So all that I'm going to do is right in the centre of the flower with my pokey tool, I'm going to press in. Then with this one, I'm going to press in again. If you want to add a little bit of hot glue in between each petal, you can do. I'm not going to. I always just do it at the end. So if I go in with this one, popping this one in, and then I'm just going to go in, I'm going to spread the petals out, offset them, so you can see from up above, you've got your little floral rose coming together. So let's press that in, and then I'm going to pull that out. Let's take our stamens, and then we can feed that one through. Pulling it through, I'm just going to offset the petals once again, just by manipulating them and turning them around. And then you can decide, do you want the stamens to be quite proud and quite high, if you want them to be quite subtle and tucked inwards, that's up to you. So let's just take that petal. And now this is where I just put my hot glue onto the back.
Yeah.
So pop that one into the back here just to stable it, and then set that to the side to cool. And then what we can do is let's do the same. So that's our largest one. So let's go in with our medium one. And notice as well, the medium one, I'm using all medium flowers. The small one, I'm using all small flowers. If you want to change the size of them, so for instance, one flower, it could have a couple of large florals, it could have a couple of medium, and then a couple of small, you can do. But as we can see, I'm just going in with the one size. And what we're going to do is for all of these ones, we're just going to repeat exactly that same step as I've done a moment ago.
Yeah.
Pop it through the middle, take our stamens, 4 again, and then we're going to wrap that around a little bit of wire, and we're going to feed that through.
Lots of people chatting about how much fun they're having on the show. Lots of people still chatting about your lovely accent as well. Sylvia Kay says, I think we need to create a Craig dictionary. And Gilmore says, we need Craig to do the audiobook version of Ben's bad dad jokes. We still need to write that, Johnny. No. Oh yeah, we need to get you to illustrate the kids' books as well. There's so much we need to do. Karen says, I just love Craig's accent. I'm very country and cannot even come close to pronouncing some of the words that he says like he does. I love to hear him talk, says Karen Wellsorrel. Pammy says, I love his accent. It's part of his charm. I can imagine you reading like an audio book or something.
An audio book.
Yeah. You've got very relaxing, soft voice. I can imagine you sort of, in the nicest possible way, sending me to sleep.
It's when you're in a car with someone and you're driving through Scotland or passing some of the Scottish towns.
Yeah.
And you say to them, try and pronounce that one.
Yeah.
And they're like, no.
Do you get more Scottish when you go home? Like if you go home and see any like friends and family, do you think that you get more, that your accent gets broader?
I don't think so anyway. See, I don't think my accent's changed since living here. I don't think so anyway.
I love a Scottish accent.
Yes, so do I.
Yeah, that's a good job, isn't it?
Just as well.
Yeah,
Stuck with it.
Yeah. Isn't it funny? Don't you ever think that? Isn't it funny like how there's so many different accents?
Loads.
Especially like, well, if you take in like, the Scottish and Irish accent, then you think of all the accents that we have here in like England as well. And I guess within Scotland though, there's lots of different Scottish accents, aren't there?
Oh gosh, yeah. Yep. Absolutely, loads and loads of them.
Because yours is quite a soft Scottish.
Mine's is understandable.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Most people can understand what I'm saying. Maybe not always the words that I'm saying.
What did you say?
But yeah, mine's is understandable compared to, I've said it a number of times, like the Glaswegians or the Dundonians or the Aberdonians.
I think I must have told you before, one of the first jobs I had when I started my entertaining work, I worked at a holiday park in Ayr in Scotland, and it was in the entertainment department, and one of the first jobs I ever did, I had to answer the phone to people like ringing up asking what the entertainment was and stuff, and honestly, how old was I? I was like 18 years old, had never really left the country. Yeah, it was literally like, oh, hello, Ben Moseby, Butlins Air here, how can I help? And then you just get someone on the other end of the phone. Really, and I can think of at least 3 or 4 occasions where I accidentally, on purpose, hung the phone up. So I just had, I didn't know I had no clue what they were talking about. Ayr is near... It's west, isn't it? Or is it Ayr is west?
It was just the way Charlotte said that. Where is Ayr?
Where is Ayr?
Where is Ayr?
It's near Glasgow. It's about 30 miles. No, not even 20 miles from Glasgow. It's not far. It's West Coast. West Coast. It's a long way away. Is where it is. Huh? South of Glasgow, is it? It's near Glasgow because we used to go out in Glasgow and go shopping. Ayr is famous for. This place called the Electric Bray. You Google this is a good memory of mine, and it's like this hill, and the way that the landscape is set, it makes it look like the road is going down like that, but if you take a ball, it rolls back up the hill.
Really?
It's like, because it's like a trick of the eye. It's where oh, Lorna Jane's nodding. Yeah, I always remember that. We took like a football there to do it, and the things roll back up the hill because I don't understand how it works, but the way the landscape is makes it. Your eye thinks that it's going down, but it's actually going up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah. The Electric Bray in Ayr.
Yeah.
In Scotland.
In Scotland.
Hey.
Yeah, beautiful part of the world.
What, Ayr?
Scotland.
Oh, Scotland.
Sure, Ayr is. I've never been.
I quite enjoyed it in there. It's quite nice. I just remember that summer that I was there. It was just very wet and windy.
That's just a normal day in Scotland, really. It really is. We get some sunshine if we're lucky for a day, maybe a couple of hours, and then it's gone.
I'm sure the weather's not as bad as all that, is it? Or is it?
It's a hit and a miss.
Well, they told me when I moved up here that the weather up here was always pretty dodgy, pretty cold. They said it's grim up north. I found the weather to be all right, actually. It's some nice weather the last couple of weeks.
When they say up north, I think they do literally mean Scotland.
Oh, right.
Yeah. No, it's great, all this weather. Great, this weather. So as you say, as I'm used to the cold and the rain and the wind.
Yeah.
And then being here, it's great.
Let's take a trip over the border at some point.
You should. You should do.
I think we've said this before. I'd love to go and visit Edinburgh. I'd love to go there.
Yeah. We all know how I feel about Edinburgh.
Huh?
We all know how I feel about Edinburgh.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love Edinburgh.
Gilmore says the bromance is alive with the sound of Scottish. With the sound of Scottish. Sandra says there's a big difference between the east and west coast, or east and west of Scotland. Oh, Christine, no, I can't do this. Ben, can you pronounce these Scottish places? Can I give them to you?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Or come and show me. So
I'll come and show you, because you hopefully... Well, no, actually, just because you're Scottish doesn't mean that you would be able to know the pronunciation of them.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, you know those?
I know them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ecclefechan.
Close. Ecclefechan. Ecclefechan.
I only asked.
Right, let's see.
Ecclefechan.
Yep, that's it. Spot on.
Okay.
Bless you.
And Leutches.
Lookers.
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 Lookers. Lookers. As in, I'm looking at you.
Lookers. Yeah.
Lookers.
Here's another one for you.
Leuchars. Lookers.
How?
Oh, here we go. Are we pausing the craft along?
Yeah, we are. I'm just about finished anyway, so it gives anyone a chance to catch up.
Ecclefechan.
Ecclefechan. Yep.
And Lookers. Ecclefechan and Lookers. Oh, here we go. Here we go. C-O. Oh, well, I know that. I know that one because there's Coburn.
Coburns,
Yeah.
that's it.
Because I only know that because of there's a there's a port, isn't there, or a sherry?
Yes.
Coburns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, you got them both right.
Thank you.
There you go.
Sandra says, my daughter was told she sounded Canadian. She has a Scottish dad, a Geordie mum, and I grew up on Teesside. Christina says, when you're a southerner, anything north of Birmingham is up north. True story, I actually thought, because my dad's from Derbyshire, so I always thought that Chesterfield, Derbyshire was up north. Didn't realise that, that's just Midlands compared to where we are. And Nettie New says, Ben, Craig, have you heard the Scottish grandma reading the Wonky Donkey book to her grandchild on YouTube?
Yes. Hilarious. Mm-hmm. Absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
If I find it on YouTube, I'll share it onto my Facebook page. That is brilliant. Brilliant.
We should get you reading that book. There's a song version of it as well, isn't there?
Is there?
Yeah. I was walking down the road and I saw a donkey. He-ho. He only had 3 legs. He was a wonky donkey, and then it carries on, doesn't it? He's a winky wonky honky
yeah,
tonky.
winky wonky honky donkey.
Honky tonky donkey.
Yeah, something like that. Brilliant video.
Anyway, carry on.
There you go.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, what's that iron?
Ecclefechan.
There we go. So now all we need to. So we've done our large one. We've done our 2 medium flowers. So if I can see from here, and then we've got our 2 small ones. So let's go in. Let's add on. Still using our hot glue gun. I'll always use our hot glue for our flowers. Add our hot glue to the back. So that one I'm going to pop to the left-hand side of our sentiment. Just hold for a second or 2. We can then go in with our medium one. Once again, let's add our hot glue. And then that one can then tuck just underneath. Let's take our next medium one, add our hot glue. That can go to the top, and we can tuck that one on. And then last but by no means least, let's add our small one there, and then add our last one add our hot glue. Let's add that one into there. And then there we go.
That's
There
amazing.
is our card that you can see here. And as I was saying, if you were to pop it into a box, what I would do is take our A3 Centura petal. I would cut 2 sheets to 10 inches by 10 inches, and then I would score 1 at the box lid, 1 on the box base. Each of them I would score at 1 inch in width. That's then going to give you an 8 by 8 box with a 1 inch height for you to pop your card in with all of your flower forming. But there we go. So that, although it's a full, complete card and project, the original focus was on the timeless border dies, but just showing you how you can bring in that elegance, bring in that wedding theme, start to use them together.
I just think it's absolutely stunning from start to finish. A brilliant project, and hopefully one that you've absolutely enjoyed too. Send in your love for that. Let us know what you thought of that craft along. Sarah Brown already saying what a beautiful card, Craig. Let's see how Laura Jane's got on though as well, because she was crafting along with it. Oh, she's right up to speed and she's done and dusted. Craig,
awesome.
What do you reckon of this? Absolutely phenomenal. I love the colour choice that you've gone with there. Those flowers as well, Laura Jane, those are phenomenal. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, I haven't put a sentiment on because I'm going to put mine in a frame, so I'll add something in when I've decided what it's for.
Really good idea.
Yeah, absolutely love that so much. Did you enjoy crafting along and enjoy all the fun?
I'm really glad that I saw Craig before he went away. Big hugs and I hope you recover quickly.
Thank you so much. So nice to see you on this craft along as well, and then see you when I'm back.
Before we go, is my accent stronger than Craig's or similar? I'm not sure. Do people understand me okay?
I understand. I think it's about similar actually.
Yeah.
I think it's about.
I don't think I'm as Glaswegian speaking as I used to be because I've been down the borders for 20 years.
Right.
Yeah. No, I think about the same. It's just a bit harder in here because obviously you're coming through a speaker for me here, and obviously I can hear him loud and clear the other side of the studio.
We don't sound the same.
Do you think so?
I think
Maybe a little.
But say Eckelfecken.
Eckelfecken.
Go on.
Eckelfecken.
Yeah, same.
Can
you say wiggly worm?
Wiggly worm.
Wiggly worm.
Yeah, you do. Very similar. Very similar. Laura, it's always lovely to have you on. Thank you so much for joining us.
I'm not be on for a little while, but so I'll miss you. But I'll be joining in at home.
Lovely. We'll keep commenting on the socials, and we'll always say hello to you, and we'll see you back here very soon. Well done on your project. Thank you so much.
See you later.
Bye. Oh, how brilliant. Did you like the card? Great, wasn't it?
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And it goes to show that slight few changes, one of them being the colour, one of them being the dyes, how beautiful it can still look as well. So when it comes to craft along, please don't feel you have to make exactly what we do. You can change it, you can adopt it if you want to, that's up to you. But just have fun, join in the craft alongs. Yeah, and a few comments. So many of you appreciating that that craft along. Oh, here we go. Oh, tablets decided not to work. Oh, there's loads of comments coming through, basically. I'll try and fix that just as I show you the boards here. Yeah, so much appreciation. As always, if you haven't yet got this collection, you like the look of the craft along and you think, yes, I want to have a go with these, you can pick up the deal on these right now. Phenomenal buy for you. They are on a twofer. So if you want to go that way, you can. Although the best way to do it is to go for this collection here because you get everything that I'm about to show you for that price on the screen. Well, the one you were just about to see. So you get your Ditsy Daisy. You've got your beautiful dancing dragonflies included in there as well. You're also going to receive the beautiful rose garden. You've got the flourishing foliage too. Then you've got those amazing butterflies, and then the selection of flowers there and the wild flowers. 2 for £14 or 2 for $18 if you want to go on the 2 for deal. I don't know what's going on with my tablet. I was going to read a few comments coming through, but it just does not want to play.
We'll find them in a second. Thank you, though. I know lots of you appreciated Craig's card. Lots of you appreciating Lorna Jane's project as well. And as always, if you do want to join us on a future craft along, really, really easy for you to do. You can get in touch with us. Just send us an email and we will get you on to take part. Always a lot of fun. And you have a great project to go home with at the end of the day. Right. Craig, you're going to be back with me at 6.
I will be indeed, yes.
Masterclass.
Masterclass, ink pad 101, quick dry, pigment, and also water reactive. We've got some stencils, we've got some folders, we've got a few bits and pieces that we'll use in conjunction with the ink pads.
A few comments quickly, very quickly. Beautiful cards, Craig, says Sarah. Beautiful, says Jill. Lovely card, Stacey. Stunning, says Bethan. Absolutely beautiful, Craig, says Mary. Simply beautiful, Craig. I'm definitely saving this show, says Clarice. Beautiful, Craig, says Sandra. And beautiful card, Lorna Jane, says Rosalind. Beth and Leon. And Mary Reno. Craig and Lorna Jane, absolutely gorgeous, says Carol McDaniel. Thank you for all of those. Craig is going to take a little bit of a break right now. We've still got just over an hour to play with, so we thought, you know what we'd do, seeing as it's been so super popular today, we would get Sandra from Sanntangle in and get her to show you all of her amazing brand new goodies, which she's brought to us here at Crafters TV, plus some favourites that you've asked to see once again. We'll be back with you. We're just resetting the studio. We'll be back in 3 or 4 minutes' time for more with the lovely Sandra from Sanntangle.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Draw, decorate, and customize your world with the colorful Spectrum Noir acrylic paint markers. Each premium paint marker gives opaque coverage on ceramic, glass, wood, and let's not forget paper, cardstock, and canvas. These versatile markers are filled with highly pigmented premium water-based paint, offering beautiful, rich, and smooth coverage. The colors can be blended together and the fast-drying opaque paint is ideal for layering. A 3mm bullet tip offers smooth strokes and a precision valve mechanism allows rich and consistent flow with no clogging. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Achieve crisp, precise, and perfect die cutting results every time with the Gemini Accessories Plastic Shim. The idea behind the plastic shim is that it creates a thicker plate combination, offering an even more precise die cutting result with each pass. Simply pop a plastic shim between your cutting plates and then roll through your Gemini die cutting machine and voila! An amazing precise cut every time. Plastic shims work really well with detailed or thin metal dies. So if intricate cutting is your thing, then the Gemini Accessories Plastic Shim is your best friend.
Quick Buy, get yours now. Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours. I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing. Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafter's Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Crafters TV. Just taking a bit of a short break. Hopefully you enjoyed that craft along. I know there's still so many lovely comments coming through from everyone that enjoyed it. Natty is in saying hello everyone. Greetings from the Finger Lakes area of New York. And Lorna Jane, who was just with us for the craft along, says, hi all, I'm staying to see Sanntangle, my new obsession. And I think lots of people's new obsession as well. I knew certainly there'll be lots of Sanntangle fans who will be tuning in to us for the first time because Sanntangle was here. But actually, I know a lot of our viewers have certainly been, obsessed with this amazing new craft. And a lot of you I know have taken it up. A lot of you I know have shopped previously. And a lot of you I know are shopping today because we had a bit of a sneak peek earlier on Wake Up Call of all of the goodies that Sandra's brought us, and already they are flying out of the door. So, Sandra, welcome back. It's been so popular today again.
Do you know, I love it because I know out there you're going to be just as much as a passion, and it is a bit of an obsession, bit of an addiction maybe. Yeah. But you're going to have just as much fun as we have. Certainly rolling that dice, it's just lovely, isn't it?
Oh, it is. We had so much fun earlier on, and we'll get on to the collection, which allows you to craft with the roll of a dice in just a little while. But we must just start off, though, with two items which, this shows you how busy we are. Limited stock items, which literally launched this morning. So let's just very, very quickly talk about these with Sandra before we do anything else, because these are going to disappear imminently. Your Artistic Forms and Frames Colour and Tangle book launched this morning. You guys have absolutely loved this. A brilliant way for you to, I suppose, gain in confidence with your tangling. It's £11.19 and $16.23 if you're platinum. You we talked about this earlier on, but just talk us through the kind of idea behind this book, Sandra.
It's all about you having a go. Whether you sort of want to colour on its own, it can be just a colouring book. Whether you want to colour and tangle, I've given you instructions in there for how I did it, how I add shading. So that actually is using your Illustrator pens, your alcohol markers. How to add a few coloured pencils in there as well. And then I take you step by step through one of the images, showing you how I've actually coloured it and tangled it from scratch all the way through to the very end of it. And then, of course, you can apply those techniques to any of the images in the book, of which you get 2 of each. So some of them are going to be like outline frames. Oh, we talked about the dragon, didn't we? The dragon eye.
Yeah, we did.
That there, I've actually used exactly the same colour pens, but used them in a different place. So it shows how you can actually change the image depending on where you put colour. So there's a little bit of education there to help you. But then, of course, you can colour away to your heart's content. You see there's a lot of tangles around it. You can add to it. So whether you want to just use the book to add extra bits and pieces and just as a little bit of a journal maybe and seeing how you progress. I mean, look at this next one. Doesn't look much, does it, on its own? But I've got some samples here so I can show you what they will look like once you've added a few bits and pieces on it. So you fill in each of those little spaces, those little sections. Before you know it, you're creating something pretty spectacular.
And that is it, isn't it? Starting, I mean, again, just thinking of the opportunities that you've got here to get tangling. Plenty in here. I love the fact that you've almost got like the tuition in the first few pages, and then you've almost got, like you said, it can be a workbook. You can kind of see your journey in here as well, but there's plenty of opportunities too for you to be able to take these, create with them, and then make home decor pieces. You showed us a finished sample of this one earlier. I know you've got some more to show us right now.
Yeah, it's just divine, isn't it? And of course, because I've hand drawn these, when you actually come in and use your fine liners on them as well, it's not going to look like a printed image that you've added to. It's all going to look like it's your work.
Should we have, I'll tell you what, I'll just show you a few more pictures that you're going to get within the booklet here, and then we'll have a look at some of your finished projects as well, because you won't believe, if you've never seen this before, just how easy it is to get tangling. If you've ever picked up a pen or a pencil before, if you've ever doodled, like a lot of you were talking about earlier on, you can tangle, can't you?
You certainly can, absolutely. It doesn't matter what age, what gender, what language you speak, anything. They're all sort of part and parcel. You don't even need words to do this. The instructions, any instructions you get are all very, very simple. They're all little pictures, maybe the odd word, but as long as you can hold a pen and make a mark, you've got this.
See some of your finished samples, because you've got one which is actually the cover of the book there, haven't you?
Yeah, this is a front cover. This is the original, actually, of the front cover of the book. You can see here, I do go into how to colour a gem in the middle, but you see there, I've actually gone over the top and I've added a little silhouette in. So it's like a little night sky, if you want to do something like that. But then all these little sections, you take one at a time and build it up as you go. So don't think of the whole thing. You see that I've added a little bit of colour as well. And you've got this one. This is the one in the book that I give you instructions on how to do this from start to finish. And again, taking each one separately, it shows you how you can add that to build it up. Again, I used alcohol markers to colour that, which is why instructions in the book. Here's our dragonfly, and I've used coloured pencils with this and a little bit of pen around the outside. Bring your dies in, bring everything else in as well, and you can see I've got a little dragonfly to go with it. Of course, little flowers, everything around there, so you can make your cards. They will actually fit on an 8x8 card. Yeah. So if that's what you're into.
Oh, look at that.
Look at this one.
Oh,
and again, take each section a little bit at a time. Maybe you want to roll that dice and see what pattern comes up.
Yeah, you do.
Maybe you've got one of the books, maybe, you know, book 2, book 3, book 4, something like that, and you want to take the tangles out of there and add them into the sections, and it just shows how you can grow with them. Here's that dragon with the eye there, so you can see the difference by using same colours but in a different place. One of the squares, look at that.
Beautiful.
That
one. Oh, Anna Ken,
again, and just where you put the shade, and this is purely done with a pen, pencil and a tortillon and the colour in the middle, and you've got your instructions for how to do gems as well. You've got a lovely square with a galaxy, and again on the back page I show you how to do one of these little galaxies. If you turn it that way, you've got a little silhouette in there and a little night sky. Yeah. And of course another one here, a little centre sort of space. You know, if you're not into drawing, you don't know how to, doing a black image of a tree or a bit of a field, it's not as far-fetched as you think. It's pretty straightforward. And there's that fantastic fan.
That is unbelievable.
It's just beautiful, isn't it? And there's 2 of each of those in every book. So.
Yeah, and it's all super, super achievable. I can understand why this one's been a bestseller today, but you have to be quick if you want to get it. It is limited, so we've got less than 10% of the stock remaining. It will disappear. If you've got this in your baskets right now, I'm urging you to check out, because we're going to get to the point here where people are going to miss out. If you've got it in your basket now, check it out. That will sell out in moments, I think, the way that we're going. £11.19, $16.23. The other item that you need to go very, very quickly on is the Fantasy Florals booklet. This one is also limited stock, less than 10% of the stock remaining here. And as I mentioned, you know, we've only sort of previewed this earlier on, but it's almost gone. £10.39, $15.07. So tell us, Sandra, what we're going to be tackling in this particular book?
In this one, I give you a little bit about the spook. I always like to write that. And then you've got all the little patterns that I've used to create the images, so you can actually use them to add to it. Yeah. You've then got 3 of each image. One of it is more made up than the other 2, but then you could use that as inspiration, you can add to it. They've got space around them so you can die cut. You've got lots of space to put little sentiments in and maybe add your other, you know, flowers, bits and pieces. But the idea behind this is where you can sit at home of an evening, do a little bit of tangling, add a little bit of colouring in there. Yeah. Of course, we showed earlier you can foil these as well.
Yeah, yes.
And then, of course, you know, when you go into your craft room the following day, you can make cards, of which I've got some samples. So if you want to have a look at how we've sort of played with those a little bit.
Yeah, we'll certainly have a look at those. I like this, like you say, because we chatted about this earlier on. It's, to all intents and purposes, it could be a workbook, so you can, again, chart your journey, but there's plenty in here, isn't there, once you feel more confident with what you're doing, that you've got, you know, beautiful little, you know, card fronts for all sorts of projects, home decor pieces, perfect for colouring, perfect for doing your tangling. So, again, I can understand why this one has proved very, very popular. And let's have a look at some of your finished samples over there.
Okay, here we go. So this one, really sort of fantasy, kind of steampunky, isn't it? The colours are divine.
Love it.
And of course, you know, bring your little die cuts and things like that in. What about this one? It's a little bit prettier. Adding a bit of colour, but further tangles have been added. And then, of course, the matte and layering is just beautiful, isn't it? But then looking at this one, Again, in the book, it's actually this way up, but this card's been done this way, so it shows that you don't have to have them all in exactly the same way that I've done them. It's entirely up to you. And then, of course, let's look at this one against this one. Same image, but a completely
totally different.
Of course, you've got 3 of them in the book, so you can mix and match with those. This one, that's that front one, and you can see it's a little bit unusual, a little bit different. If you've got somebody that doesn't like flowers, I know there are some, or it's maybe a gentleman's card, something, it works really well, doesn't it, that one? And then, of course, there's the frame, but you see as well, on the inside, there's another image being used out the book, so you can mat and layer or decoupage them up and use both together. Again, that's just a stunning design, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It's really, really pretty.
Yeah.
There we go.
£10.39 for that book. It's going to go. You've got to be quick if you want to get it. It's in lots of people's baskets, I know. We will be having people miss out on that if you're not quick. It's £10.39 platinum, $15.07. Pick that one up, get it in your basket, get it checked out. It might be the last that you see of it, the way things are going. Other new things that you need to keep your eyes on, and if you've got in your baskets, need to be fairly quick with, is the macro bundle. 50% of the stock has gone here on these as well. And again, you know, we touched on these fairly briefly on this morning's show. We were supposed to have more stock than this available right now, because we're supposed to be spreading this over the course of a couple of shows. We doubled the stock. Thank goodness we did, because if we didn't, we would be at this point where you would be here. You'd have gone home. But let's talk about this. So you're going to get a bundle of your tiles in monochrome and also multi-colours, and then you've got a selection of stencils as well. Bigger tiles than what I've seen before.
Yes,
Sandra.
This is the first time I've brought them to you, and of course they're very, very new. I think they're only about a month old.
Right.
So we wanted to bring you something where, as you're developing, you don't want to work on the smaller areas. You want to do something a little bit bigger, but you still want the quality and you want that feeling of working on a tile still. So we've brought it to you. It's not quite double the size. These are just under 15 centimetres square. Of course, the same quality cardstock, and printed on the back for you to write your name and things like that on. So just really nice. And of course, the actual coloured ones, you are going to get a mixture.
Yeah.
So you don't know what colours you're going to get.
Surprise.
But every single one that we've got in our collection, they're just so beautiful. And I think sometimes you get spoilt for choice. So having a mixture where you don't really choose it, you could end up with anything. Just close your eyes and pick one and go for it.
I love that. Yeah, do you know what? That's what it's all about. Close your eyes, pick one, roll a dice, see what it gives to you. We'll come on to that in just a few moments' time. But you've got 12 of your multicolour tiles. You've got 12 of your macro tiles as well. And then also in this bundle, you've got a selection of stencils. These are gorgeous. I'm going to show you, first of all, the mandala stencils, because you'll get 2 of these. And once again, like, this is such a great starting point for everyone, isn't it? Like, did you describe these as like a comfort blanket earlier on?
A little bit so, yeah, because sometimes it's a little bit scary, isn't it, trying to create something round that's going to sort of be the same all the way, and you're not quite sure if you're going to sort of end up with it. Yes, we do frames for circles and things, but you don't always know which shape to do, and these are going to let you emboss them, they're going to let you ink through them. You've got images there that if you want to just sit and tangle away, then that's what you can do with it. But if you want to be a bit more creative, maybe put both of them together.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Twist them a little bit, and you're going to get a completely different image.
Yeah.
There we go. So you've got lots of other little sections. We're always about making those sections to tangle within. So it's quite a nice one to work with, that is.
That's such a great idea. Both of those you'll get included in this bundle. Alongside that, you've also got another set of stencils as well. I keep getting drawn to this one here. It's almost like there's little punctuation marks, those commas that you've got around the
there are. I've got a couple of samples so I can sort of show you what they look like. But that embossed, or putting your paste through it, fantastic. Yeah. And of course you think, oh, what am I going to do with the bit in the middle? That's a perfect size for a regular tile. Yeah. And if you find that you're a little bit short of regular tiles, then we've given you the actual templates to create those as well in there.
So you're getting all of the stencils, the tile templates, 24 of your larger tiles, 12 of the multicolour mix, 12 of the monochrome included in there as well. And did you say you've got some
I've got a couple of samples here as well, yeah, so you want to have a quick look at them. Sometimes looking at the stencil, this is the one we did this morning, so you don't really see, you can see there where you've got the extra sections, and we coloured that in with some alcohol markers, tangled in using the Tangle trails, didn't we? This one, again, if you want to just use your tile and ink around the outside, just to give it a little bit of something, you've got that one there. Here's that one that you keep looking at. Look at that. We've embossed and inked over
amazing.
it. It's just real subtle, but it shows the tile off in the middle, but it gives you just something in the background. Again, another one. This has been drawn straight onto pearlescent. Again, embossed there. Just looks beautiful. This one, this is, I just love this one. How we've embossed around on, this is the square one, it doesn't look much on its own, tangled within it, but then we've used a tile out of boot one, and we've created a little shaker.
Oh,
and these are actually your little sequin dies.
Oh, yeah?
We've used the little hearts.
That's really cool.
So that's really sweet, isn't it? Really lovely. And then, of course, there's that mandala in its full glory. So use your different coloured gel pens, use a black monochrome macro tile, cut it out, and there you go. Some fab little samples there.
Lorna Jane is saying, I've been taking mine to a local coffee morning with extra tiles, pencils and pens to give people a try when they are done. I provide them with a link to the webpage and show them what you need to get started. So far, I've recruited 5 more tanglers.
You go, you go.
Amazing, I love that idea.
Yeah.
And Debbie Tucson says, Ben, your shirt would be a good example. Yeah, potentially. I love to colour. I absolutely love them, says Debbie. You're going to love this next collection as well, which is your Flowers in Bloom bundle. This, again, is a great collection. Half the stock has already gone here. Let's show you the booklet that you're going to get first of all here. So this, again, is instructions for sort of shading, drawing and tangling a whole array of different florals, isn't it?
It is, yeah. There are different designs in there. There's so many you can do. I had to stop at 10 because we couldn't staple anymore. But it shows you from scratch. So you've got your stencil that you start with your basics, and then as you work your way through, you start to create these wonderful images, and they are sort of true to life. So if you want to keep them as a maybe watercolour them or keep them as they are, fine.
Yeah.
But if not, then of course lots of ideas for tangling in there as well. I think the most thing with this is we worry about how to shade flowers. So I've made sure that you've got information in there showing you how I've shaded it, so you can follow along and you can get the same results that I do.
And you've picked some really beautiful flowers in here as well.
You know, some of, I mean, things like the daisy there. You've got 2 daisies. You've got one that's sort of closed like that and one open.
Yeah.
They're probably the easiest flowers that we can do. But then you've got the chrysanthemums.
Yeah.
You just want to keep saying mum, don't you? And you've got the iris as well. That one's tricky, but it's not when you follow those instructions. And then, of course, they're there for you to mix together and make larger pieces with. So don't think they're just a standalone.
Yeah.
They're all there to sort of create extra designs, whatever you want to do with them.
Details in the back there of the stencils that you're going to get, and you can see some of the florals that you're going to be creating. So you've got the booklet and your 2 stencils. However, that is not all you're going to get in the deal, because you've brought us 3 of the pens as well. 2 with thin nibs, if you like. But you've got like a brush nib in here as well.
Yeah. You've got 2 fine liners. One for really fine work, which is an 01. You've got an 04, which is sort of everyday kind of tangling away. If you want to, certainly on your macro tiles, an 04 is brilliant. And then you've got a brush pen, so you can fill in the gaps. You could do your brush lettering. I just love brush lettering, but they just work really well. It's a nice fine point, so you can get a real fine line, and it will bend to give you a slightly thicker line as well. So a bit of everything there, everything you need there.
Queen of the close-ups there, Charlotte, getting right in on the
press
action.
that.
Oh, brilliant. So you've got those 3. Then
yes, the sketch pad.
This is brilliant.
Yeah, we don't bring many of these because I make them by hand. So every page is cut, then punched, and then coiled. And there's even an official Sanntangle stamp on the back that we do. So.
Oh, yeah. How long does it take you to put one together?
Do you know, I'm not too bad at it now. It's choosing the colours, I think, takes the longest. So once I've done that, you're looking at about, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes. So it's quite time consuming.
For one?
Maybe 4, because we've got large sheets, we put them together. So about 25 minutes for 4.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you think that's lovingly been handmade and cut, and I've chosen the colours specifically.
I think that's
they're
why
quite special, they are.
Yeah, I think that's why people are so appreciative of what you do. The fact that it is all done by you, all designed by you.
Well, you'll not find it. Well, I think the size of that one. It's not A4, it's not A3. So it's a size that suits me, if you know what I mean. Because I've done it myself, I can do what I like.
Exactly right.
Size. But it does fit in the little folder. So.
And little folder, you thinking, what little folder?
What little folder?
Look at this! Got a little Sanntangle bag, which I think is brilliant.
It's just lovely, isn't it? And it's just the right size for your little sketch pad. Actually, I can probably get 2 or 3 in.
Yeah, you get 3 in there, I reckon,
your
easily.
stencils at the front, you've got your pens that can go in there. It's great for taking on the go and whatever you want to do.
It looks absolute business as well. Like you say, you've got your little sort of leather trim on the bottom there, haven't you?
Yeah, so, you know, if you're putting it down, you don't want to get it damaged. Of course, it's got a bit of strength to it there as well, just to sort of keep it going. And yeah, I do love them. I absolutely love them. I've got a few of them myself. Yeah. So, yeah.
Right, this is great.
They're
Just
nice.
pop my little book in there as well. Super duper.
Yeah.
£43.99 if you want to go for this collection. Half the stock has gone of this set again. $45.19 if you're shopping in the US and you're platinum. Go swiftly, because again, I want you to know that, you know, if you're thinking, oh, half the stock, that probably means they've got hundreds. That we haven't. We really haven't. Half the stock means you've got to get your skates on if you want to grab these. We're into double figures, as far as I'm aware, if you want to get these. So go quickly, please. So, there's hundreds of you watching right now. If you all decide you want them, people are going to miss out. But let's have a look at some finished samples.
Okay, here we go. This is a lovely one, and it shows you how, you know, we brought the heart frame last time. So the heart frame's been used, but look at that lovely little daisy in the middle. Just sort of makes a difference. I love that one. I love working on wood. And then we've got this one here. Look at this.
Oh, gorgeous.
How is that? That's just beautiful, isn't it? And again, it just shows you can create your own different things with it if you want to. This, you know, we were talking quite a bit about, you know, using watercolour and making them look realistic. There's your pansies. Again, really, really very delicate, but there's still tangles going on within those flowers themselves as well. So it's just beautiful, that one. We've got a lovely little basket.
Oh, I love that flower basket.
Look at that. It's
That's
just
great.
divine, isn't it? And of course, everything works together. Very, very subtle, very nice. And then we can go a bit bigger. So if you've got your frame shapes, you can bring them on the side. Imagine that with a little sentiment in the middle, something that you could put on your wall, that one. Of course, look at this one.
Oh, so much detail in there.
So you've got, you know, you've got your little flowers there, but of course you can bring in your own little bits and pieces. And it's a very distinct style. That's our Angie. She's new to our team, so just beautiful.
Wow.
Here's another one. So again, this is making a flower that's a little bit different than some of them we've got in there, but you can go to town and really go for it. Of course, look at this one, so delicate. And this is using the stencils, the shapes, to create your own variations to do whatever you want to do with them. It's just beautiful. And of course, if you want to go large, there we go. You can use some of them to create bigger pieces if you want to.
And let's just stress again, you are quite happy for people to tangle and make to sell, aren't you?
Absolutely, yeah. The whole idea is it's almost like if you've got a ruler to draw a straight line, it's not copyright, it's your straight line, although you've used a ruler. If you're using my stencils to create something, once you put pen to paper, it's yours. So, yeah, that's absolutely fine. As long as you don't photocopy the instructions and the stencils and sell them, that would be a bit rude.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that. But yeah, absolutely. These are the originals. So this is the ones that I actually drew when I started the instructions as well. So yeah, they just love. There's so many things you can do with flowers, and a lot of people love them. So it's really nice.
Kerry's just saying, I just love the Sanntangle show. Shadai saying, I love the Sanntangle tote. I've got 2 of them. Make sure if you want to get yours, you pick it up because they are going, they're disappearing. You've got to be super quick on this show. As I say, we sold more than we expected to do in the earlier show. So now it is a case of first come, first served on a lot of these. This next collection as well, you're going to absolutely love the stencil sets. A 3-pack bundle you're going to get here for an unbelievable price. We are over 40% of the stock gone here. And again, this allows you to do so much because you've got almost like 3 different project books. And this is the one where the kind of the crafty dice comes into play, which we'll talk about in just a second. But Just the Right Words is the first booklet to show you. And if I'll open this up for you because it's going to be very difficult for me to show you all of the stencils that you're going to get. They're all there. So it's all about creating projects with the numbers and letters stencils, this, isn't it?
It is, yes. So I was just laughing. Do you know, we did actually put those on boards. They are around somewhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
it would have been so much nicer to show you than to show you a part. But you get all the alphabet is there,
yeah,
believe me.
we did do it, honestly. We did. But yeah, you get all the alphabet and you get you get 0, 1 to 9 as well. So if you want to do numbers, it's fine. But you get projects there. Well, 3 instructions for 3 different projects, but there's so many more you can do. And again, I've got samples, so I could. They're just lovely for everything. They are.
Absolutely.
We talked about weddings earlier, Mr. and Mrs.
Yeah.
All that kind of thing.
I think generally we talk about, in craft, it's so nice to have alphabets and numerical sets, because then you're able to personalise everything, aren't you?
You are, yeah, absolutely. And certainly these days there's a lot of unusual names as well.
There are.
And even when I was teaching in a classroom, you get to the register and you think, oh, how's that pronounced?
Yeah.
But there's some really different ways of doing it, and you could actually personalise it. We talked earlier about doing it as a family, so you don't have to sort of do it all on your own, get all the family involved and do different bits. So.
Absolutely. Right, should we have a look at some of your, your projects there?
I've got a couple of large pictures here. I'll show you those first, actually. Here we go. Goodness me.
Wow, there's tons.
We've literally stripped the gallery. That's what we've done. They'll be up before tomorrow because we've got classes. So this one here, look at this. So using regular sized tiles, making a larger piece, and using the letters to create what you want. Of course, here Margarita's used a heart shape for the love.
Yeah.
So you could do that out the essential stencils, which are with boot one. So there's that one.
Oh,
here,
I love that.
Putting this in together, getting all your family around, and actually doing it so each does a letter each. It's just beautiful, isn't it, that one? But we can do cards and things as well. Oh, another one here. What if you do it this way?
Oh, amazing.
There you go. Can't quite get it up. There you go. But, taking each one, matting and layering it like you would on a card.
Yeah.
A little bit of ribbon in between. It's a great little hanging, isn't it?
And a lot of these things are the kind of things you've ever popped into those little sort of independent boutique shops.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just so sweet, isn't it?
Yeah, but the kind of things that you can pay a fortune for, and now you can create them yourself.
Well, exactly, yeah. Oh, look at this one.
Love
new
it.
home. You've got a little bit of a fairy home there. It's just beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Owl.
Okay.
We brought the owl stencils before,
Yeah.
so if you've got those, they sort of make a bit of an appearance. Everything, look at this one. Everything works together. There's that Mr. and Mrs. So again, if you wanted to sort of do something like that, and you could actually bring one of those frames in from the Artistic Forms and Frames book and put that in the middle. That'd be quite nice. And then, of course...
Oh, that's cute.
Look at this one. Again, those owls making a little bit of an appearance.
Look at the owl's totem pole in the middle.
It's just lovely, isn't it? And then, of course, again, a little bit for the home decor. That's just truly traditional, isn't it? Black, white on black. And then, of course, we've got Hope there as well. So they're just wonderful little things. Oh, let me show you this as well. Goodness, there's so many things.
Oh, wow, little money box.
Money box, yeah. So that was the dragons we brought last time we came. But you see, you can have a personalised little money box using those. So many things you can use letters for, isn't there? So many things.
And that, by the way, is just one of the sets that you get in this 3-set bundle. You get another 2. The second one is your puzzle piece collection. And this, again, is just such a lovely way to get creating and to get tangling using not only the booklet, but you're going to receive 2 of your puzzle stencils as well. And again, it's kind of like taking you on that next step of your journey. It's like, where does this stop? You think of like, I'm kind of seeing that now. But again, step-by-step instructions as to how to create some beautiful projects with this, with the stencils, isn't it?
Yes, and I am going to demonstrate that one in a moment as well, because it's you look at it, you think, how do I make this different? What do I do with it? So I'm going to show you how to do that.
That's also included, as I said, with those the 2 stencils that you're going to get there, and then also in this collection, I think one of my favourite items that we've seen today is the tangly trails. Now, just tell us, Sandra, again how this is quite different.
It certainly is. This one isn't a set of instructions on how to create an image, although if you wanted to use one page to create something, you can. The idea is on each page you've got 20 different patterns and you have a dice with 20 sides. So if you're not sure what to do, you can roll the dice in whichever number it comes to.
Oh, 1.
There you go. That's what you're going to put on. As long as you put it in there somewhere and don't think, oh, I'm not going to do that one. It's a bit of fun.
Yeah.
You've got 180 there, so you've got 9 pages of 20 different patterns on each. I've given you some little ideas of what I used and the numbers I used to create the tiles there. But of course, these are about using them with your other projects as well. The back page is blank. That means you can photocopy it.
Yep.
And you can then add your own little patterns to it. You've also got a set of cards, again, with 20. I've given you 5 of these. So you could perhaps, you know, use each of the books and put the different tangles in there, in those as well. So you've got a little library. And like earlier we used one, I've got one set up just for like flowers and foliage. And then you might have one just for grids and one just for something else. So then you can think, well, I need to add some leaves or foliage. You can roll the dice and you can use that particular one. But then I've also given you the stencil so you can make more of those cards so you can create your own little library. Whew.
It's a big old bundle. Remember, everything we've just shown you there is the price that you're seeing on screen now. It's not, you're not paying, you're not choosing. You get everything we've just shown you for that price. As we said, it's a fun way that I think if you get a bit stuck, you know, with your tangles, thinking, oh, what should I do next? Roll the dice and let the dice decide for you.
I've got samples.
Oh, show us.
There's only a few. Because, of course, you can't ever create the same thing time after time. Every time it's going to be different.
Yeah.
So these little samples were what was done just by rolling the dice. So look, little bookmark here. It's just beautiful, isn't it? So using our little tiny tiles. This one here, look how lovely is that? And you just look and think, well, maybe I would never have done that without. This one. Just a little card there, that's all it needs. But who was to know? And you know, this particular pattern, you could have a large, you could have done it all the way across the background. So it's giving you a little bit of scope as well, look at this one, to actually give yourself a little bit of a challenge now and again. So yeah, it works brilliantly with other projects, but actually on its own as well as a standalone project, I don't know how many you could make from this.
No.
It's just 180 different options, isn't there? Plus what you add to it. Just lovely.
I think it's a lovely, lovely collection. It's a really fun way to tangle and to craft generally. To have that, you know, if you've ever lost your crafty mojo, you've ever stuck, let the dice decide. I think it's such a cool idea. That bundle is flying out the door. We are heading towards 50% of the stock gone there as well. Everyone makes a saving. If you're a Club Inspire member, you're going to get wherever you are within the club, so 5, 10, 15, 20% off that price tag as well. Platinum members, it's £36.80 today or $52.13. Absolutely beautiful idea, says Dieta. Mary Reno says, these are so very stunning, Sandra. And Jennifer Dawn Smith says, after watching Sandra on here for months, I was delighted to find a Diamond Dots diamond painting Sandra had designed. It's called Catch Your Dreams, and it's a giant dream catcher.
Oh, I'm so pleased you found that. It's actually, it's on sale in America, isn't it?
She says, yeah, I picked the design for my craft room because it reminded me of Sanntangle, and I squealed when I got the kits and saw Sandra's photo on the back. No wonder it looked like Sanntangle, so there you go. Clarissa saying, glad I ordered early on, and tip from the top here, anything that you want, please, for goodness sake, don't wait till later. Get those items in your basket now, get them checked out, and then you can sit back and relax and watch the next sort of 40 minutes of Sandra's demos. Right, we are going to get on with some demos, and we're going to get tangling. If there's anything that you want to ask, now is the perfect opportunity to do it with the lady herself live in the studio. We're live and interactive. Ask those questions, and also, if you are already a big fan of Sanntangle, tell everybody else why you love the range, and tell everybody else why they need to get involved in this amazing craft as well. So, what are you going to show us?
Okay, I'm going to show you the puzzle one because we look at this, you think, how on earth am I going to do this? So I want to just show you the instructions for starters. You've actually got instructions for creating this in the centre here. You know, oh my goodness, how do I do that? So the first thing, I've actually given you all the little patterns that I've used, and then I show you how to create what we would call the tile or the design. It's a beautiful feather design there. And then from there, I then show you how you can start to take the puzzle and take little bits away. You see, I've not used the whole thing. Yeah. And then bring that feather design into that stage. So it sort of gives you, this is how you do the image, this is how you then do the puzzle. So let's take it up a little bit. Oh, it does have another one in there as well. There you go, if I just do a quick show. Shows you how to create it all together to the end. And then, of course, how you can create little bits of pieces with it as well. So don't think you've just got one project. There's a couple in there to you. To have
amazing.
Okay, so you've got 2 stencils in there. You've got a large version and a small. And just like I planned it, the large version fits on your macro tile. Woohoo!
Hey.
Okay, well, I'm going to use the smaller one.
Okay.
Oh, okay, so I'm going to start with pencil. And I'm going to bring in some... Actually, I'll start with pencil. You can see what I'm doing. There we are.
Just keep drawing, but I'll ask a question. I know the answer to this. And
sure.
It makes me love you guys even more, the fact that you spot every little single thing. And we'll show it in more detail in just a second. Bernie says, has Sandra tangled that crafter's mug on the table? Yes.
Do you know, nothing gets by them. They're like
That's what I mean.
ninjas, aren't they?
Yeah, we'll show you that in more detail in a minute. But yes, Sandra has.
Yes, I have.
Done a beautiful design on it as well.
Nothing is sacred.
I reckon if I stood still long enough, you could probably come and tangle me.
Well, it's been threatened. Yeah, I've done all sorts. I've done shoes, fabric, all sorts. Okay, what I'm doing with this, I'm just going to choose a few of them. I want this to sort of break up a little bit. So I don't want to draw the whole thing. So here we go. So I've got a few in there, maybe sort of one here. Yeah, there we go. So I've got a sort of a starting point there. I'm just going to bring that one in, join it up, and join that one up there. So I actually quite like using the puzzle stencil as a sort of work in progress.
Yeah.
So you see here you've got little gaps. That's absolutely fine. You can just come on in and join them up like that. And then the same sort of on here, just join them up. So I've got a starting point. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of start to work it round and move some of these shapes. So if I take this one here and add it in there. There we go. This is the fun now, because you think, well, where does that actually go? And you start to think, is it going to fit? You know, let's put another one here. Draw that one in. They are such fun, these are.
Yeah.
You know. Okay, and maybe I'll bring one in sort of in the middle. So it's almost like somebody's made a start and then they've gone off for a cuppa and left a few things lying around.
It's got a little bit stuck and thought, I'm going for a cup of tea.
Yeah, that's it. So you can do as many or as few as you like. And then the beauty of this is you can then bring in your tangly trails.
Yeah.
You're like, what am I going to do? You could use the design I've put in the book there, or we could go in with those. So, I don't know, you want to roll a dice?
Yes, I knew you were going to ask me.
Do it. Okay, hang on. Well, where's my book? Right, I'm not even going to look at what page, I'm just going to open a page.
Okay.
Right, go on.
13.
13, okay. Oh, so we've got a bit of a ribbon design here. Look, it's like a bit of a line.
Oh, okay.
So rather than actually perhaps, oh no, actually that'd be quite nice to do on the jigsaw, wouldn't it? I'm going to come in with my gel pens here. I've got a silver, and it sort of shows a line. So let's sort of bring this in and bring it in here and along. Yeah, and then maybe a little bit of this is going to come out over here too. Oh, I do apologise. It is 15. I couldn't read the number.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about the number I rolled on the dice.
Yeah, I can't remember what number you said now.
It was 13, but you did
you
15.
said 13 and I saw 15.
Yeah,
I apologise. That's okay. I'll use 13 in a minute.
Oh, no, it's fine. I want to roll it again.
Oh, okay. So there you go. You can see I've put a bit of a ribbon in there.
Yeah.
We could add a few more. We could add a little bit of faux stitching in there. There we are. Okay. So that, we could perhaps do a whole thing of that, couldn't we? And lose lots and lots of ribbons. Go on, roll the dice.
18.
18. Right, let's just confirm 18. There we go. 18.
Yes.
All right, so we've got a square design now. So where are we going to put that in?
Yeah.
So maybe we want to do a little bit in the background. And let's have a look here. I'm just going to bring in, let's use my straight edge. So maybe we've got a bit of a frame in the background and we're going to have a different design underneath.
Oh, okay.
So here we go. So if I sort of start it, I'll do a little bit here. Oh, hang on. I used perhaps blue on blue as a little bit. Let's try a green. Here we are. There we go. And then a little bit of a grid in there. There we go.
Just in case, again, you're wondering what that noise was, it's not the DIY boys this time. That's the weather. is absolutely tipping it down.
Isn't it? Goodness me.
Thunderstorms coming as well.
Where's Dobby? He's not outside, is he?
I can't hear you. Dobby, he's behind me.
Oh, he's behind you. Okay, so it starts with, I'm going to bring in a little square in the middle. There we go. Let's do a few of them. There we are. And then I've got a line going this way and this way on each of them. So I'd go like this. I would do it a step at a time, and then the same this way, look. This way, and this way, and this way.
Okay.
And this way. And you see we've got this sort of little designed up. Let's put that back in. Greens.
Clarice, just to say, the dice comes in this bundle as well. The one that you're seeing on screen right now, you're just asking, it comes in this bundle with your puzzle pieces, your tangly trails, and your just the right word set.
So where you see this sort of fitting in, I'm going to bring in one that I did a bit earlier. I've made a start on it, and I did actually use the tangly trails to put these designs in. Yeah. And I've got a little bit of a design going on in the background there. So whilst I've got those pens out, you see here, I've got this lovely sort of little line. And it's a smaller piece, but I've got a macro tile here. But what I can actually do with this is I can extend it out onto the page. I say this is one of the patterns out the Tangler Trails, but just going to sort of add this in there. There we go. And see, that one's coming this way. And this one, let's have a look. We've got a few in there. Maybe that one's going that way. And then here we're just going to draw around the inside. We did this design earlier, didn't we? We did pick this one.
Did we?
Yeah, but we did like little triangles. We did a grid and triangles and then drew round.
Oh, yeah.
This is a similar design, but this is more of a crazy sort of paving kind of design where it's not so structured. And bring those in there. There we go. Maybe bring a little bit of it up here. And there's nothing stopping as well. You could actually cut out some of the puzzle pieces and...
that's a fab idea.
You know, create some of them. You could perhaps have two of them together, so it's like a little Valentine's kind of thing, two little puzzle pieces together.
That's romantic, isn't it?
I mean, this one I've actually fussy cut round them, so I've got a bit of a design going on in there as well. There we go. Just working that around. Again, I've already put the glitter on and things as well. And we did talk earlier about puzzle pieces and using shrink plastic and things like that. So what if I was to... See, look, I've already put my sentiment on. It's stuck there. Ready?
What does it say today?
There we go. Look at that. Oh, it says, today you will achieve the impossible.
Love it.
I thought for a puzzle, that would be great.
Yeah.
Look at these.
Perfect. Oh.
These are shrink plastic. I've used the larger... There we go.
That's
larger
so cute.
stencil. Look, I've even drawn on them. So they've been drawn on before I shrunk them, and then you've got this little pattern there, kept it on. It's just beautiful.
Just on shrink plastic and then just heat it with your heating tool,
Draw it straight onto the shrink plastic, done my little tangles. I fussy cut it out. What I would do with the puzzle, just make, you know, the bits where you've got the little sort of bobbles that stick out. Yeah. So like these bits, just make that a little bit wider, just to give it a bit of a chance. Cut them out, and then, use your heat tool, shrink them down, and they're instant. And I just love shrink plastic. I haven't used it, well, in ages until I sort of got some again this last couple of months. And they just sort of add a little bit to it, don't they?
It's really cute.
And there would be your card, so. All done.
Phenomenal.
From a puzzle piece stencil, just not using it the same as you would expect.
Are you going to be putting that forward for demo of the show?
I am, yeah. I will frantically glue it to the back.
I'll give you a chance to glue. This is going to be a heck of a vote in just a minute, because Craig's project was amazing from the craft.
It was actually, yes.
Just a quick question from Evelyn. I'm sorry, Evelyn, I know you sent this through earlier and I missed it. It's come through again. So it says, I have a question for Sandra. The last time she was here, I bought the Sanntangle A4 sketchbook. The colour is different from the white tiles that came with the starter kit. Is there a sketchbook that matches the tiles for the tangling over the tiles onto the sketchbook pages?
Oh.
I don't understand the question.
Yeah, can I read that message a bit again later? Yeah. And I'll answer it. Just let me get my head around that. Yeah. And I will answer it. So
thank you. Evelyn,
bear with me, and I will answer it.
We'll get back to you on that one.
Yeah.
And very quickly before we move on, there's lots of people asking about the tumbler. Can we have a look at that up close?
Oh, the tumbler. Yeah. Here we go. I'll take the bit off in the middle.
How did you tangle onto this?
This, of course, you can't use a regular fine liner because you need something that's going to stick and withstand the test of time. So I've used, you know, imagine a marker pen, like a Sharpie, something like that. And then, of course, I've added a little bit of colour in. I've used coloured pencils for that.
Yeah.
And then, just like everything else, I tend to want to sort of have a permanent finish. See, it's a bit shiny.
Yeah.
I've used your spray and shine.
Oh, okay.
And then that covers it. I wouldn't put it in the dishwasher.
No.
But I definitely use it for. Yeah. So
it's the nicest.
It's lovely, isn't it?
The nicest crafter's tumbler I think that I've seen. I love it.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
it.
Well, they all know it's mine.
You
So.
are exactly right. Yeah. No one's going to take that thinking it's theirs. If you want to go for the collection that we've just seen, so with the puzzle pieces, the tangly trails, and just the right words. That's the deal on the screen right now. So $36.80 or $52.13. Lots of you jumping in and grabbing that. One other collection which you might want to go for, we can show you right now on screen, is the Tiles, Tangles and Techniques Starter Bundle. Again, half the stock is gone. This always sells out whenever Sandra brings it in because it's such a wonderful bundle to get you started. You've got everything that you need right in there, from your instruction to your implements to your tiles included in there too. So again, Sandra always talks about, you know what, you can start pretty much anywhere with any of these, but if you do want the starter bundle, it is there for you at £31.20 today or $45.19. But again, half the stock of that has gone pretty much across the board. We are over half the stock on most things right now, so you do need to go fairly quickly. One other collection which, here we go. We've not even looked at this yet, have we? The Say It With Flowers. 80% of the stock has gone.
I've got samples and everything. I was going to show techniques. Do you know your new sunflower collection? There's a sunflower in this.
Let's have a look.
It's just lovely. It's slightly more stylised, this one.
Yeah.
It's if you think more botanical, the flowers in bloom, but these are sort of a little bit more fantasy, maybe.
Okay.
You can make them realistic, but a little bit more different. Well, a bit different than the flowers in blooms. Hence, I brought both today.
And you can see as well, you can see from the stencil that you're going to be making sunflowers from that.
Yes. I'm going to demo that in a minute. So
amazing. But again, you've got all of the instruction right there. You've got your stencil included. And again, a really, really lovely price to get you started. Just £12.79 platinum or $18. 55, again showing you the kind of things that you can design and tangle here. Do you say you've got some finished samples to show us?
Yeah, I've got some here, and it's just all variant actually. So I mean, this one, look, it's been done on a phone case.
Oh,
so
wow.
You don't have to sort of do it on on paper if you don't want to. See,
a
little
cool
button
idea.
on there.
Yeah.
Just lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then of course we go into our just using a single tile. There's that sunflower look, just a part of it if you want to. And then, of course, you can do something a little bit more fantasy. This one's really nice as well, like just doing part of it, but doing it in different shapes. This hexagon shape.
Yeah.
Well, it's not an hexagon, it's octagon. No, heptagon.
Heptagon.
Heptagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sides.
Yeah.
Heptagon. Woo! There we go. Another one, look, just a strip of it. It's beautiful. But then bringing a tile in. See what's coming as a large piece at the back there. Look at this one.
Oh,
creating
work of
your
art,
own.
yeah.
It's very Tudor-y-like, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
lovely. But then look, creating just something really subtle and really pretty about that one. And then if you want to go to town,
come on, that's amazing.
look at that. Okay, the little daisies. This again is that sort of sunflower design. But
Yeah.
as you were saying the other day, you can get them in different colours.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Yeah, not sure. Don't know, but
I think we can. I'm doubtful on the rainbow one, but all the other colours
but
that
absolutely.
we
So you
talked
know you
about.
can do whatever you like.
Yeah.
Really, it's your choice. So yeah, going to show you how to do that.
Over 80% of the stock has gone here now. You've got to be quick with this. This is going to sell out as well. Samantha Change is saying, how can one person have such talents? I think you're talking about Sandra.
I don't sleep.
You have not only have steady hands, but a massive imagination and vision. Wow. Loving the mug, says Mary. That's a fabulous idea. Oh, I suggested that last time she was on, says Rhonda Crowley.
There you go. Maybe it's subliminally it went in then.
Yeah. And Clarice saying, so cool,
Thank
Sandra. And Lily just said, Sandra, you're amazing. Making your own books is such a task. I've watched videos on the process, and to think you are doing enough of these to bring them to us is amazing. Lily says, genuinely, thank you.
Oh, well, do you know what? Thank you, because if it wasn't for you out there and it wasn't for Crafters TV letting me on, where would I be? I'd be tangling on my own.
Yeah, and you wouldn't need to
I
make
just
the
love
looks.
sharing it. It's just lovely to see what other people do as well.
Yeah.
You know, even though I put out instructions and people follow them, people then go and do their own thing with it, and I absolutely love seeing it. So yeah, you just keep bringing the ideas. Absolutely.
It's amazing. Should we do a quick demo with the set of flowers?
Exactly, yeah. I mean, I've got a yellow tile here, and I've got my stencil set. You can see I've numbered mine because this corresponds to the instructions in the book. Yours is going to come without numbers on. So just make sure that you check the book as to what they are. So here we go, sunflower. I'm going to come straight in with a pen. Oh, and I did say this morning, didn't I? Use pencil first, but let's just do it. Let's go for it. Sunflower's got a larger sort of centre, hasn't it? And then here I've got different sort of petal shapes. So a flower doesn't have the same petal shape all the way through. They're all slightly different. So what I've done here is I've given you 3 different sort of this size, and I've given you 3 little ones. So let's start. You see, I'm just slightly inside the circle there, and I'm going to bring in that first one. There we go. Now you notice it's a little bit wobbly.
Yeah.
It's because they've been hand drawn, because I want them to look realistic. So then let's take the next one. So I used that one. I'm going to take this one now, put it down here, bring it around. There we go. Maybe use that one around here. So you see, I'm starting to sort of add and space around the section. Here's one of the other petals. Let's join that. Because I don't want to start at one side and find that I get to the other and it's not sort of as round as we want it.
Yeah, I understand, yeah.
So go around using these 3 different petals, and of course you could actually turn the stencil over so you'll get those petals sort of facing in a different direction. There we go. Maybe do this one here. And again, I'm not trying to even them out too much. You know, you're not going to get that with your petals at all. Let's bring this one in. Maybe there. And the beauty of this one is you can't go wrong. Because the petals shapes are already there, you putting them out and just drawing round them.
I was just thinking, like, with the amount of amazing projects you bring and designs, and then coming with the ideas for the stencils and the books and everything, and that you're kind of making it yourself as well. Do you ever get time to sleep at all, or?
Well,
it just must be like a non-stop process for you, from having the idea to then sort of putting it down in paper to then manufacturing it. It just must be non-stop for you.
It certainly is. You know, I do have a dedicated team. When I say team, it's my husband and I.
Yeah.
It's my bestest friend in the world, Leslie Elf, which we've all known and we all met. She came up last time. She comes up a couple of times.
Yeah.
She's having the afternoon off today because we're working all weekends. And then, of course, we've just brought Tommy in. So he's our new recruit.
Yeah, I think last time you were here, you were saying he's taken to it amazingly, you were saying.
He has, yes. He's been doing his tiles, and he's doing the tile swap this time. And he comes in, and the stencils that will be going out today to everybody, he's the one that's actually made them.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, he's doing really well. He's very conscientious. And, it's a great member of the team, so we're looking after him. I think he's got 2 mums when he's at the office. Look at that, just by using those. But
brilliant.
Let's bring in, we do love our bubbles. Now, you can, if you want to, you could use this sort of shape and create, let's have a look. There you go, you could do some part bubbles around the outside. And this is just the lovely thing, because you can then start to do your own little design with it if you want to. We can add more petals in to make it fuller. I can remember going to France one year actually and standing next to a field of sunflowers, and they're all taller than I am.
Sunflowers?
Yeah, sunflowers, they were all,
Well, having said that, I don't know why I'm so surprised, because generally sunflowers do get very tall, don't they?
Yeah, you say yesterday there's one in the World Book of Records, isn't there?
30 foot tall. That was the biggest one in the world, wasn't it?
Gosh.
I think 30.1 foot, I think. But anyway, yeah. And you without wishing to sound rude, you're not the tallest person in the world.
No, I'm 5'1".
And
So.
I was going to say 5'2".
Yeah.
5'1".
5'2" in these shoes.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah.
what are the average? I wonder if what are the average size for a sunflower is then? Whether most sunflowers are going to be taller than you?
I don't know.
The average. Yeah, I'm going to look.
Yeah, just adding a little bit of gold in there as well. You know, again we can bring bubbles in if we want to. I'm going to bring some little sort of like lines in there.
You're taller than the average sunflower.
Yep.
Hey. About 3 foot tall, apparently.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Perhaps my mum's not then.
What?
My mum's very short.
She's not 3 foot.
She is. She's very small. My mum is. Yeah. So I'm quite tall next to my mum.
Yeah, you are. 5'2".
Love you.
5'1", 5'2".
Yeah. So again, you know, you can create this and you could paint it and you could make it as realistic as you wanted to. But you see here, let's bring in some extra little bits and pieces. And so I'm not going to just get all of them, but it's just how it starts to grow. Whatever you want to do with it, it depends where it takes. Because every single one, even when I was, you know, to redraw this, it would be completely different to this one. So.
But again, that's the joy of it, surely, isn't it? Just
Certainly
seeing how
is,
they all turn out.
absolutely. Let's put some little gold flecks on there as well. You know, I mean, it's a very quick sort of demo on how that works. But you can see there now. If I just bring in the original drawing actually for the instructions here, and again, this is stylistic using the sunflower. There you go. So I've used the smaller version of the petals. So here we use the larger pieces.
Yeah.
As I say, you've got a smaller version as well if you want to do something a little bit like this. I did the sunflower in the middle, then we've got this wonderful swirl going off. And this is in the instructions for how to draw this exactly like this.
Yeah.
And then we've got some lovely sort of paisley kind of shapes. It makes something a bit different. So whether you want to go true sort of sunflower design or something a bit more fantasy, this is a beautiful sort of stencil set. And that's just one of 4 sets of instructions in that one.
I urge you to give this a go. Honestly, like if you're watching this and thinking to yourself, oh, I mean, Sandra's been doing this for so long. She makes it look so easy. I bet it's not that easy. Like, I had a go last time Sandra was here. And honestly, it is. And I think if you're looking at the Say It With Flowers, for example, that page there is a brilliant illustration as to how it's all sort of broken down. Because if you were to look at the finished image there and think, well, there's no way I could do that. When you follow the steps from up here to see what you have to do to be able to get here, it's really, really achievable. And I think that's the thing to say about tangling in general, isn't it? Sanntangle, it's baby steps to get to that big end project, but it's baby steps that everybody can take.
It certainly is, yeah. It's all about breaking it down and thinking simple. Don't try and look at the whole piece as one. Don't look at it all as, oh my goodness, I'd never know where to start. Literally, you start with the stencil, you build that flower up, in that case the pink flower, you build the pink flower up, and then you add all the extra bits and pieces around it, and before you know it, it just grows and grows and grows. You can get off the train whenever you like, you can stop and start, but it's entirely up to you as to what you do with it and where it goes. Just have some fun with it.
Honestly, if you've never tried this before, please pick up one of the projects today, one of the products. If you've already tried this, if you're already tangling, I have no doubt you've probably already purchased. If you haven't, you will be doing so. And it's when comments like this come through from Rhonda, who says, Sandra, thank you for sharing your amazing talent. I never thought that I would be able to draw, says Rhonda. And you've had so many people like that, haven't you? People who've come to you. I think you said last time you were in, or you certainly said a line similar, that you've had people who say, well, I could never do this because I can't even draw a stick man.
Exactly, yeah. If you could draw a stick man, you could do this.
Yeah.
Or a stick woman.
Yeah.
I have had people saying, you know, they when they're at school, they were told they couldn't draw. I was told I couldn't draw at school.
You were told you couldn't draw?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Go and do textiles because you can't draw.
That's hilarious.
I mean, in textiles, actually, we did draw in there, so that was great. I had great fun in there, not saying there's anything wrong with that. But yeah, I wanted to, and I thought I couldn't. My dad was a really good, but then he did say to me, Sandra, don't do this because you'll never earn any money drawing for a living and you're not very good. So thanks, Dad. I love you. But no, honestly, it's about how you address it. It's about how you sort of take these things on. And you just take each one step by step, follow the instructions, follow the pictures, and before you know it, you are going to have something that resembles what I've done. It's never going to be the same because we are all completely different people, but you just go, have a go and enjoy what you do, have a bit of fun with it.
And that is the point. If you're not having fun, you're doing the wrong thing. So pick this up. This will very soon be gone as well. I think, was it over 80%? Yeah, over 80, heading towards limited stock on the state with flowers, £12.79, $18.55. Clarice is saying the sunflower would look cool on black tiles using gold inks. Love that idea. Beautiful Sandra says, Mary. Rhonda says, imagine that Sanntangled sunflower along with the sunflower collection. Exactly. And that's just saying, I need to get a nice set of gel pens, something I don't yet have. Unbelievable, huh? I think... I want to say we've got some on the show, but don't quote me on that. We have. Something else that we've got on the show are the previous books, the Tiles, Tangles and Techniques books. Book number 2, £17.59 or $25.51. And the good thing about this, actually, is obviously this is book 2, but there's nothing to stop you from starting at book 2, is there?
No,
again, Sandra?
there isn't. Everyone's a standalone in its own right. The reason it's book 2 is because I started in lockdown doing tiles online.
Yeah.
And we did 1 to 12. I thought that was all I was going to actually do.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 1 to 12. So book 1 is covering tiles 1 to 12. It doesn't mean that they're any more difficult, any more hard or easy. Book 2 is exactly the same. It's tile 13 to 24.
Got ya.
So again, there's nothing about it that makes it even harder or whatever. It's just different. We did evolve as we went through. So you'll find here that you've got slightly different versions. You've got a circular tile there, for example, and you've got 2 tiles put together. So we do sort of move on and try different things. Things never stay the same. But that's where book 2 came from. So don't think it's more difficult. It's not.
It's proving popular again today. $17.59 platinum price, $25.51. Then we've also got in stock for you book number 3. And once again, kind of gives you a bit of an overview in the front of the kind of things you're going to be tackling. And I've got a funny feeling, I'm just guessing this, Sandra wants to show you something. Is this using elements of book 3 to create?
This is book 3.
Where have you gone?
Yeah, this is all the tiles in book 3. We just thought actually it's really nice to put them in a frame. Every single one. So we did New Start. That was the first. That's the first one in the book, and it again goes through. They're just lovely to do. This one, actually, this one here. Oh, this one. This one.
Yeah, back to front, upside down.
This one.
Can't see over the top.
Absolutely love this one. I mean, this one at the time was my favourite, and I still look at that and think, yeah, this is absolutely great for like a topper. If you think Christmas. This one, absolutely superb as a Christmas design. So you've got lots of different things going on in there. Don't just think that you've got to leave them as that. You can go on to the macros. There is a lady actually that's done all the tiles, 1 to 250, I think, on tiny tiles. She's redrawn them all because we do a tiny version, which is 5 centimetres square, and she's redone every single tile.
5 centimetres square?
On tiny tiles, absolutely. It's just mind-blowing.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Book 3 then is what you'll need to get. £19.99 or $28.99 if you're platinum. And then book number 4. Was this the one you brought in last time? Has this got a fish in it?
That's book 5.
Oh, 5.
With the whale, yeah. This one you get 24 different tiles in this one, so I've actually doubled because of course we were just doing more and more tiles as we go, and doing 12 each time just wasn't cutting it really.
No, well, no.
So it's 24 in here, but of course this one I've focused more on cards, so showing you how you can actually create cards with it. So I do have a few samples here.
Let's have a look.
And of course you've got a few pages in the back, so I've got some of the tiles there. But look at this one. See, there's our tile.
Oh, yeah.
Did a round one, and then you mat and layer and add a few different bits and pieces. Look at this one. That looks, how on earth did that get done? It's just beautiful, isn't it? This one as well. And again, you can just bring it into your crafting, what you do already, but you can then just add a piece of original artwork on the front of it. You know, and people sort of say, well, yeah, I love card, but it only lasts for so long.
Yeah.
This one, you could actually, you know, use photo corners, or this has got the little slot die that we did a while back. You're more likely to take this tile out and frame it and save it, and then eventually, you know, maybe the card gets put in the cupboard, but the tile, because you've drawn it by hand. Actually, that's the tile we did in the puzzle. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that feather in the puzzle.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
absolutely. So, you know, there's so many things you can do with them. It's not just about drawing a tile.
Do you know what I love as well is the fact that in your books you always do have the gallery at the back as well, and I think it's nice that people send in their tiles, and you know, the amount of people you were saying last time that kind of just began and then were already sending you like unbelievable tiles, and they could barely believe it themselves that they were able to do so well.
That's not my work. That's a thanks to everybody out there that's been putting things together. That look, they're just lovely, and they're all different. With different designs, even though they followed the instructions, they're all going to have that little quirk that's theirs, because I always say you put a little bit of your heart and soul into every tile you do. So there's a little bit of somebody's heart and soul into every photograph there. It's just beautiful.
Book number 4, £21.59 or $31.31 is your platinum price on those, and it is, like we said, just I think a case of whichever one takes your fancy. You don't have to start at the starter kit. You can jump straight into book 3 or book 2 should you wish. Now, gel pens, talk us about these, because who was it who was saying? Somebody was saying, I want to say it was Rhonda, can't remember, someone was saying that they didn't have any gel pens, but you brought some on the show. Look at the price!
Yes.
£4.79 or $6.95. Why do we need these gel pens?
These match my tiles. You'll notice in there that they're not the standard usual colours.
Yeah.
You've got sort of a rose in there, you've got a cream. Not all of them are metallics. There's about 3 of them that are matte. That's because I had a choice of quite a lot, and I went through every single one, and myself and Leslie did, and we chose the colours that we thought would best suit our tiles. So you've got a little bit of everything in there, and they run really nice. They don't clog, they don't block, and yeah, they're really lovely to use.
Yeah, lovely collection of colours, and an absolute bargain of a price, really, aren't they? £4.79 if you're platinum, or $6.95. And I suppose if you've... That is a good question, actually. I know you've included lots of the different kind of implements within kits, but, you know, what's your sort of basic... What would be sort of your basic case of pens that you would need for tangling?
Okay, basics, very, very basics, okay. If you've got nothing else, it would be a fine liner pen.
Yep.
It would be a pencil. Even if you haven't got a soft pencil, a B, a 2B, HB, you'd get away with that, be fine. You need one of these, which is a little paper stub. It's like a tortillon. That's your very, very basics. Of course, you're going to need decent quality papers. So we've got our tiles. We use those. So if I just put those there, so you get tile, pen, pencil, tortillon. So in the basics kit, with the boot 1, you actually get you get 2 pens, a pencil, 2 tortillons. You get 24 of the tiles. The essential kit, which gives you stencils that are referred to in the books. It's all the basics, and they all fit the tiles.
Yeah.
And apart from that, in a sense, that's it. Then you start to bring your crafty stash in, hence the gel pens, hence the alcohol markers, the pencils, and it suddenly becomes part of whatever it is you do. So if you sew, then maybe you've got embroidery threads. You start using embroidery threads, and you could still use your pens on fabric.
Yeah.
You could still use your pencil and tortillon to soften it out, as long as you're not going to wash it. But you know, everything, it just fits with everything.
There you go, everything that you need to know right there. If you want the metallic gel pens, details on your screen. We're almost at the end of the hour. I don't know where the last 3 hours have gone. It's flown by for me. Hopefully you've enjoyed it at home as much as I have. We just want to get a quick vote going. So I'll show you Craig's card, and then we'll come to whatever you want to pop in, Sandra, as well. So this was Craig's card that he made in the craft along. Lovely Lorna Jane, of course, joined us for the whole of that show as well, and created a really beautiful project based on what Craig was doing, actually. She used the different set of dies, and also went with some different colours, but equally as beautiful. But that is Craig's card. If you want to vote for that, that is numero uno, number 1. And what are you going to pop in, Sandra?
I've got the puzzle card that we did. It's, you know, with the little shrink plastic ones on there. And
so that's number
the little tangly
2.
trails we used to add little bits and pieces in there.
Yeah. So you've got a couple of minutes to get your votes in on that, number 1 or number 2. Go swiftly on that, and we'll announce the result in just a few moments' time. The Flowers in Bloom collection, so much to show you, has been very, very busy indeed. I know lots of you have been jumping in and grabbing this one. Over half the stock has gone right here. Let's again quickly show you everything that you're going to get in this collection. Did you say it's 10 flowers, isn't it, that we can create from this one?
10 flowers in there, yeah. And of course on the front I've got the photograph showing all of them together. So you can make a nice little wreath or something, putting all of them in there. And of course you tangle in and around them, and it's great fun.
It is, and of course you're going to get the stencil included in here as well to make things nice and easy for you. But you're going to be creating some beautiful flowers in here. You've got the you've got iris, you've got wildflowers in here.
Yeah,
you've got the chrysanthemums.
Yeah.
2 different types of daisy, you said, didn't that?
Yeah. One's just like all closed up and one's open. You've got crocus. You've got a rose.
Freesias. Lilies, plenty to be getting your teeth into. 2 stencils to be working with as well. Plus, you're going to be getting your pen set in there as well. On top of that, put it away in my little bag. You've got the sketchbook included in there too. I love the colours that you've put in here.
Yeah,
it's
giving you that option whether you want to mat and layer things onto it or whether you actually want to draw. Do you want to see mine? What I've done in mine?
Oh, go on quickly. That'd be amazing.
Some of the things that we do in class and all sorts of things. So here we go. There we go. So let's start. These are ones that we've sort of done in class.
Brilliant.
So that's the mandala. I think I brought you the mandala. This one's one I've done for a while. Look at this. You've got like the clocks and you've got little ships in there. And then, I've like mat and layered into this one.
Yeah.
And then again, I've used tiles, but then I've drawn over it.
Yeah.
So I quite like doing that. There was the sea life one we did the other week. This was a class. That was the steampunky one. See, I've left that page because, I wanted that colour. So don't think you've got to sort of start.
Oh, look at that!
Look at these. The dream catcher. The lady said she saw as a diamond dots. Yeah. That we do a stencil that you could draw it yourself. There's the feather one. Again, we brought these before. That was a bit of a class. That was a class. Look at the colours there, how they work together. This one. Honestly, classy as you've never been to a class like it.
I know.
People are going to turn up tomorrow. Debbie's coming tomorrow.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, but they never know what they're going to do. I will not show what you're going to do. I won't say, this is the image we're going to draw.
Yeah.
You don't know. So you walk in and you sit down and you've got everything that you need for the class is all there.
Yeah.
So you use that, you take it home, of course, once you've done.
Love it.
But yeah, you have no idea. And it's just trust. It's a trust thing, isn't it? But no, she does go quiet.
Is she a good student?
Everybody starts really excited and really full of it, and then it gets a little bit calmer,
Yeah.
and a little bit calmer.
Yeah.
So, yeah, absolutely.
Amazing.
It's lovely. Exciting.
Shop now for whatever you want. Can't promise there'll be lots left later. Sandra will be back at 7. So we've got our masterclass 101, which I'll tell you in just a second. So we'll have an hour of masterclass, an hour of Sandra, and then our final hour of masterclass. What is the demo of the show though? Is it 2-0 Sandra or is it 1-1? It's 1-1.
Oh, look, that's lovely. I'll go with that one because it is beautiful.
Yeah.
It is.
It
yeah.
was,
he
again,
did
a close
excel
thing,
himself there.
but that's
absolutely.
great, yeah. 2 beautiful projects so far. So we'll pop that onto our Crafty Walk of Fame. You get to vote for your favourite a little bit later on. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Should we do it again at 7?
Let's do it, yeah. We'll roll the dice again.
Yeah, roll the dice. Thank you everyone just saying how much you've enjoyed the show. Evelyn says, order placed. I love book 1 just to get started. I can't draw a straight line. I learned for the very first tile that it didn't matter if the line is straight or not. Even my grandson was impressed. Mary says, we need these gel pens because you never have too many gel pens. And just having a quick look through your book there, comments like, so stunning, says Mary. Oh, the butterfly's amazing. Totally love the big the big white frame you showed earlier. Need to put my glasses on. And Rhonda says, I want to do one of her classes. Of course, if you want to find out more about Sandra and Sanntangle, you can find her on Facebook and Insta as well, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you to the whole team. What a great show. We will be back in an hour, aren't we? Oh, I thought it was 2 hours. Oh, it's an hour. We're back in an hour. I'm going to go and get some food, have a drink, have a little bit of a relax. It's a 101 on ink pads. So if you've got any questions on those, get ready to ask Craig from 6, Sandra back from 7, more from me and Craig at 8. It's going to be amazing. See you all in 1 hour's time. Until then, check out your baskets, particularly on the Sanntangle products, and we will all see you in 1 hour. Bye for now.